Boom, 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 Chenka. How are we all doing, lads and lasses? Sorry I'm a little bit late here. I've had mares in setting up the encoder and stuff here. I had a bloody nightmare. Just about got off, though. The game's just kicked off. We're 16 seconds into the game, lads and lasses. Hope you're all having a good one. Thank you very much for waiting and joining me here tonight. I want to give a bunch of shout-outs at the start to JP, Stefan Harringtonia, Matt Rush, Mikey, Alex Rudd, G-Wolf United, Matt Rush, how you doing, my friend? What an absolute bloody legend. Who else is in here? The Music Fiend, Football with Brownie, how you doing, mate? Great to see you. Everybody else, thank you very much for joining me today. Oh, ball whipped into the box here, and it's given away. City with an opportunity at the start of the game down the left, but it is blocked away here. Real Madrid look to get it out from the back and just about do. I don't know, dodgy stuff at the back already from Real, but they do clear it away. 55 seconds into the game. Look at the two starting lineups on the pitch tonight. Very, very strong indeed. You can see them at the bottom of the screen. I mean, if you just want to talk about depth, just look at the benches. If you have a look at the benches, of the two teams that are playing tonight, it does show you that they are some of the best teams in the world because they've got a lot of quality on the bench, and that tells you everything really. Obviously, they've got quality out on the starting 11 too. But just let me go through it really quickly. The starting 11, if you don't know, and if you're just listening or whatever: Courtois, Carvajal, Varane, Ramos, Mendy, Valverde, Casemiro, Modric, Vinicius Junior, Benzema, and Isco start for Real Madrid. They've got Areola on the bench, Diego Militao, Cruz, Bale, Marcelo, Vasquez, and Jovic are on the bench. Man City starting 11: Ederson, Walker, Otamendi, Laporte, Mendy, De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva. Sounds strong. On the bench: Bravo, Sterling, Aguero, Silva, Fernandinho, Cancelo, Foden. If anything, forget Real Madrid have got Marcelo and Bale on the bench. If anything, City's bench is stronger. So there's definitely some good players out on display tonight. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. 0-0 at the moment. 2 minutes, 6 seconds gone on the clock. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please do us a favour. Smash a cheeky little like on this video if you are tuning in right now. But let's see what happens. Hopefully, I know we should be supporting the English team in this, but come on, this is City. You're talking about financial thieves here. You're talking about, cheating the English game over the years by just spending ridiculous amounts of money, way more than they actually bring into the club. So I think that's wrong. I think they've cheated their way to success. The reason they have a squad looks just as good as Real Madrid's is because they've spent a ridiculous amount of money way beyond their means over the years. Those are the rules. Them's the rules. So I hope Real Madrid smash them up anyway, is the point I'm making. Nick Pendragon, how you doing, mate? Good day to you too, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Big D, Ruthless Sausage, Rachel Manchester, always great to see you. Chevin Music 49, Richard James, David Gaynor, everybody else. Who else is there who I've not shouted out? Bean Cooper. Thank you very much to everybody that's stopping by on the live show tonight. 3 minutes 10 then. Want to see a good game of football tonight, obviously. We'll see how it goes. What are City going to do? Are they going to just try and play a little bit cat and mouse and take a decent fixture, take a decent result? Or, we'll see what happens. Real Madrid are going to have to take the game to City here with the home advantage. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear, lads and lasses, doing a slightly different way of streaming, which is only the second time I've done it. So hopefully it's not a complete bottle job. Hopefully we're coming through okay. Do let me know, Matt Rush says, cheating City. Very, very true, mate. I mean, come on. I mean, in one regard, I understand it. Look, you don't want to be in the shadow of your neighbours if some rich oligarch or sheikh or whoever wants to come in and wants to invest loads of money into your football club and get you to be in one of the best teams in the country just by sheer amount of money spent on top players over the years and stuff like that, and managers and loads of money that they spent way beyond their means. In a way, it's kind of like, shouldn't everybody have a level playing field? But it does ruin the game in a lot of ways, because there's traditions of this game in England where clubs have been forged and founded over a long history, long turmoil, long traditions, and long periods of success, and unsuccessful periods too, and coming back from that. And if you just undermine the game by, say, allowing Kettering Town £1 billion on players, and they go all the way up through the Football League system, all the way up to the top, then that's not fair on all the other teams that are living within their means, is it? So that's what it's there for as well, and it's also to protect clubs from spending too much and then going out of existence. We've seen it happen before. Portsmouth and melt jobs, etc. David Gaynor, City are a disgrace, yeah. Richard James Bent Club, City. Yeah, fair play. I mean, they are pretty damn dodgy, to be fair. Nice one. Thanks, Big D, for letting me know. JP, how you doing, mate? Great to always have you in here, sir. Rachel Manchester says, City, worst fans. Fair play, fair play. Bit dodgy, to be fair. Bit dodgy. Because, realistically, most of these fans were what? Don't know, Chelsea fans 8 years ago. Don't really know, but I mean, obviously City, they've built up a reasonable following over the years now with success. When you have the best players and you play nice football, you've got Pep and Aguero and these world stars. I'm sure there's a bunch of kids growing up in Argentina wearing Man City shirts these days. That's just a fact of the matter. So they are seeing a lot of the rewards for the money that they spent in those times. But still, in terms of following, in terms of history, in terms of achievements, they just cannot rival the red side of Manchester at all, can they? Not at all. Holy crap, Mr. Rush, mate. I just want to say you're a top man. I've just received a donation from Mr. Rush. Mr. Matty Rush here. And I just want to say thank you, Matt Rush, for your support on the channel. You're a bloody absolute legend. Mr. Rush is actually a season ticket holder at United. He's only gone and offered me his ticket to a game that he cannot attend next month, which I'm most likely going to go to. Which, you know, in fact, I am basically going to the Sheffield United game. So that's freaking awesome. Thank you very much to Matt Rush for that. Of course, get to watch it, you know, with the other season ticket holders. Good atmosphere, I'm sure. So I'm bloody looking forward to that one, mate. It's been a while. So thank you very much, Matt Rush, top man, and he's just supported the channel as well. So thank you very much, Matt Rush, you bloody hero, honestly. Matt Rush, ladies and gentlemen, he says, Dirty City. Very, very dirty, aren't they? I mean, what do they actually do? There's a comment to go with it from Matt Rush as well. Sorry, I nearly missed that one out. It says, Pig the Legend, loving the content, 30k subs incoming, Matt Rush. Thank you so much, Matt Rush. You're a bloody top man. Legend. Right, okay. So Real Madrid have got it at the back here. Played all the way back to the keeper then, Courtois. Yeah, Richard James says, wow, Pig is going to a game. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't get to many games, mate. The last game I went to was where after we signed Robin Van Persie, and it was Arsenal versus United at Arsenal. That's the last time I went to a game. So, you know, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a freaking season ticket holder or go every week. You guys know I'm here every week doing these videos. I live down on the south coast. It's not always the easiest. The thing that's put me off over the years, you know, it's just the cost involved. You know, even now it's like it's very difficult to get up and down there financially, but obviously, yeah, Matt Rush has let me have his ticket. There's just all these factors. It's the perfect storm. So I'm going to go to this game, which is awesome. So thank you very much to Matt Rush for allowing me to do that. And I have actually asked Mr. Rincon, the Rinconator, because I think he's probably best suited. We'll see if he's going to do it. Not 100% yet, but if he's up for doing it, he's definitely more than welcome to do it. Which is, oh, here he is. Alex the Rinconator's in here, mate. Nice to see you, mate. He says, a la Madrid, 100%, man. Asked him to do the watch-along while I'm at the game as well. So, you know, there'll be a special Americanized version of the show, which some of you will like, I'm sure. But yeah, so it's not like there won't be a watch-along on the channel that day, and there will also be some awesome content as well, like, you know, like match day blogs and a post-match reaction outside the stadium or inside the stadium and all this sort of stuff, which I'm going to assemble together, my friends. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Loving it, loving it. Richard James says, Stretty end tickets, 41 quid for Prem games. Yeah, but it's difficult to get hold of tickets, you know, and also travel, mate. Like I'm in, and hotels and stuff like that. It takes like 5-6 hours to get up there, petrol and, you know, all that shit, mate. It's not just that. It costs freaking hundreds, man. Last time I went up to Old Trafford, man, it cost a lot and it was a drab game. Oh. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to go to more games is the point I'm making, and that is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. And so thank you very much to Matt Rush for that. Bloody legend. And yeah, Rincon, he says, I'm stoked to fill in for the live stream. Thank you very much, lad. It's going to be awesome. He says, go easy on him if he's shy. You're not going to be shy, mate. I would have asked you if you're going to be shy. You're going to be fine, mate. Nice one. Thank you, Rachel Manchester. Yeah, it should be a good one. Should be a good one. So we're 9 minutes, 26 seconds into this game here. Real Madrid. It's been a bit of a tentative start from both sides, really, I'd say. Not too much action early on. Real, at the moment, quite content to just pass around quite slowly. Long ball over the top, though. And it's defended well by City here, all the way back to Ederson. Short one out the back, then. Loving the fact that you guys actually, you know, are tuning in still, by the way, because there's always a worry when you start putting out more content and random shit like this as well that's not even United related. That people are just going to not freaking be interested in even tuning in. But there is a bunch of you usual legends in here right now. So, you know, thank you very much for getting in here. It's much appreciated you all tuning in. Please smash a like on it if you are in here also. That would be legendary. Out of play then. City with a throw in near Real Madrid's corner flag here. Benjamin Mendy on the ball. Sergio Ramos at the back there, still rocking that slicky backy ponytail but business on the go there with the headband. I mean, crikey. He rocks it though, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? It suits him. He does well. But he's been working that on and off since he was about freaking 12. G Wolf, how you doing, mate? He says, I was just about to ask that about the game against Sheffield United. Brilliant Rincon, you'll be blinding, fella. Yeah, absolutely. Get behind the rinks when he does that. He will, I'm sure he'll be great. He'll be absolutely great. Thank you very much, Matt Rush. Nice one, Alex. Okay, I'll let you know in terms of commentary what's going on then, because obviously you said you're listening from your office. So I'll let you know what's going on. 11 minutes, 15 seconds in. It's 0-0 at the moment. And Zinedine Zidane there, the bald monastery worker, the monk, stood opposite in the technical area, opposite the other bald monastery worker, Pep Guardiola. Let's be honest now, if you put them two in a robe and you gave them some sort of like a keg of old English beer and you put them in some sort of old church and you called it a monastery and you had them doing, I don't know, monkey things, like monks doing whatever they do, pulling bells or making barley, who knows what they do. But I'm saying they wouldn't look too dissimilar to Pep Guardiola and Zinedine Zidane. It's a proper monk off out there. Oh dear. Clam J, please check out the lineups at the bottom of the screen. I have gone through the lineups at the start, but I don't want to bore anybody who's already listened to me reel off all of the names. But two very strong lineups from Real Madrid. Yeah, Big D comments, not great so far. Pretty gash, to be honest. I think that's fair. Alex says, how many boom shankers should I do before the live stream? Before it's official, fellas? 4. I reckon 4's a good number to go with there, Alex. Oh, dear. Brilliant. 12:35 gone then. Real Madrid slowly working it, passing around their back. Occasionally you'll get a run somewhere from a lone figure up top and a ball will come over the top. Just like now, there you go. Another one running behind, this time almost effective, but Edison doing a good job. Good job there to come out and sweep a keeper it. But to be fair, that's all Real Madrid seem to be doing at the moment. Just keeping hold of it at the back line, passing it around very slowly, and then just trying a long ball over the top. That's all I've seen from Real Madrid for the first 30 minutes, 5 seconds of this game. I mean, they might get fortunate at some point, but they're going to give possession away a lot. We all know City, Pep Guardiola's City, do favour the ball. So we'll see if that's a good tactic. But Real Madrid don't seem to have too much in terms of ideas at the moment. But here they go down the right. Modric on the ball, looks for the overlapping run, gets it. Ball comes into the box. It's not met by a white shirt. And then now Man City take it out from the back here. City looking to play it out from the back as they do so very well. Keeping hold of it, passing it around. Looking to counter now, City. And they've given the ball away themselves here. Real Madrid look to get it back. Champions League football, eh? Crikey, I so hope we've got this next season for United. That's the thing, like, it's pathetic that we're having to tune in and watch these sorts of games that are not playing, that don't have United in them. Do you know what I mean? Hey, yo, shout out here for, who is this? Who is this? Liam S. Whoever you are, Liam S. In the live chat, if you could let us know who you are, Liam S. You have just sent a little cheeky PayPal donation in as well, sir. So thank you to Liam S. Bloody legend. 14, 20 seconds gone. Real passing it around their back line. Boring stuff. Look for the long ball over the top in a second. You just wait for it. You just wait for it. From the defence. Long ball over the top. Here we go. Varane. Oh, it's a short one. Oh, dear. Quite poor so far, this from both sides, really. But, I mean, it's early days. Long ball over the top there from Real Madrid's defenders. City deal with it once again. This is just pure long ball tactics from Real. It's awful. If they think City can't deal with that, I mean, bloody hell. Oh, Real Madrid look to put some pressure on, though. They do down the left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. on the ball. Finds out a teammate well. The ball comes in. Benzema's in there waiting. Oh, and a shot there from Rafael Varane, who was just sweeping in from the rebound there. But he has put it a country mile over with that left boot. Decent attack. Best attack of the game by Real, but still nothing that fantastic. You're seeing a lot of stuff happening where they're just knocking it over the top. City, on the other hand, I mean, they've done nothing so far. At least Real Madrid have actually, you know, tried to get him behind a few times. City struggling at the moment to find a foothold in this game. 15:46 gone. Long ball at the pitch by Edison there. It's a good one, and Mahrez almost managed to control it and bring it down in a very dangerous position. City do get possession of the ball, though. Rodri for City in the centre of the park. 16 minutes just gone. Plays in Gabriel Jesus. Good run this. Takes it down. Takes down to the right-hand side of the pitch, and he is challenged, and it's gone out there for a corner. Ruled as a goal kick in the end there, but it's gone out for a goal kick there. Gungshi, how you doing, Gungshi man? Comments with the bacon and egg and the hen emojis. Thank you for tuning in earlier, and thank you ever so much for your support of the channel as well, and thank you to everybody else that tuned in earlier to the Pig and the Hen show. That was an absolutely bloody awesome show. Just a bit of fun, wasn't it? Like, Henry definitely getting a bit heated over there drinking those singers, do you know what I mean? Very, very heated. Crikey, Gungshi, mate. Gungshi's just sent another one over. It's getting kind of silly. But Gungshi, mate, thank you so much for your support. Always as ever, mate. He's just put some more over to me. We're doing bits on the channel, lads and lasses. Things are going to start getting better. It's down to people like Gungshi, Matt Rush, and all you other legends that do this sort of stuff. Because the equipment's going to get better. The production quality's going to get better. That's what I'm going to do. Everything we get from this channel is going back into the channel. So, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Gungers. What's everyone's predictions for this game? What's your prediction, Gungshi, Matt Rush, everyone? What's your predictions? Debbie Elder, great to see you in here. Also, Debbie says, bloody legends. Thank you very much for getting in there. I noticed you commented saying you love Henry on the Pig and the Hen show afterwards. Thank you very much for commenting after the show. And I noticed Henry replied to you and said he loves you too. I noticed you didn't write you love the pig too. Anyway, thank you very much for that. Much appreciated for getting in there. Prediction, I haven't actually told you my prediction for the game tonight. So I got to do think Real Madrid are going to win it. I've just got a feeling, I don't know, I'm going to go for 1-0 Madrid. 1-0 to Madrid. It's not the most exciting of predictions, but that's what I'm thinking. And the goal, I'm going to say it's going to be from a Rafael Varane header. How'd you like that? Rafael Varane header from a corner or something. That's what I'm going for. Hey, check it out. It's the missus in the gaff. It's Nicola Mrs. Piggy. How you doing, darling? Thank you very much for getting here. Giving 40% to YouTube once again. Thanks so much for stopping by, though, with your super chat there, love. Comments. Keep up the great work, Mr. P. Thank you so much there, legend. And now it's Man City playing it around the back here. All the way back to Edison then. What a horrible pink fluorescent kit. You know, that Edison is wearing right there. I mean, whose idea was that? It's like a parrot's puked up all over him. I don't think parrots eat pink things, to be fair. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe if you had a pink parrot and you had the feathers pulled off it, and then you were to sort of tie yourself and then roll around with them, that's sort of what he looks like. But certainly not the inside of what a parrot's eating. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. Varane gives it away. Modric tries to close the ball down. It goes all the way back to Edison. It's 19 minutes, 7 seconds gone. So, here we go. 3-2 from JP. That's his prediction. Matt Rush thinks 2-0 Madrid. Stefan says 1-1. Debbie 1-1. The Music Fiend 2-1 Madrid. Big D 3-2 City. Lots of predictions here. Annex 1-0 Madrid. Victor Chan says 1-0 or 1-0 to Man City. JP says I'm in 144p. I know that's not good. How are we looking, lads and lasses? Are we not coming through loud and clear here? Is there some sort of an issue? It says stream status is good. Hopefully it's just your internet connection there, JP, and not mine. But it may well be. They were doing some works in the area today, to be fair, and we were quite lucky trying to pick an end show that it didn't drop out. So it's actually dropped out a bunch of other times today, so, you know, hopefully it'll be all right. Nice one. Okay, hopefully there's going to be no issues, mate. 20 minutes, 5 seconds gone then, 0-0. Here comes City. Here comes City then, down the right. It's really quite a shit game so far, eh, lads and lasses? But, you know, maybe we should talk about, I don't know, who's... You know, what's your favourite cake? Or something. He said, oh, wait a second, Gabriel Jesus threw a goal. He cuts inside. Oh, it had to be. It had to be. He smashed it right at Courtois. And just as I was saying that, City have a goal-scoring opportunity, which they should have taken. And Courtois, a.k.a. the Belgian goalkeeper version of Gary Neville, stopped him. He stopped him right there. Look at that. Maybe... No, Gabriel Jesus is just onside. It's a great pass through their defence. Gabriel Jesus does everything right. He cuts back inside, and his shot is way too down the middle of the goal there, right at the Belgian Gary Nevs. And Courtois stops him. No chance has gone there for Manchester City, but it should have been. Gabriel Jesus, what a great opportunity. Won't get many better opportunities than that in this game, I don't think. Nice one. Thank you, Raj Taj Mahood. Thank you, Spike Blighty. Great to hear it. Top legends. Anthony Crawley, how you doing? Says 3-1 to Madrid. That's a prediction he thinks. That would be pretty cool. SM Vizard says Pig is a legend. Come on, Madrid. How you doing? Thank you very much for that. Vizard, you bloody legend. Thank you. Where's Aguero? He's on the bench. Yeah, I'm surprised Aguero's not starting this game. Maybe he's got a slight knock or some sort of a fitness concern. But yeah, it's a bit surprising considering the form that Jesus has been in over the season. It's not been that great really for, you know, he's had a good spell at City, but not this season in particular. And Aguero's obviously the man. So it is a bit of a surprise that Aguero's starting on the bench tonight for City. But either way, it is a strong squad. Yeah, Matt Rush says Jesus melted. And we mean Gabriel Jesus here, you know. Nobody else. Thank you very much for that there, Matt Rush. Yeah, Big D says, should have stitched it, 100%. Thank you, Gung. She says, love that jumper. Looks really comfy. It's so comfy. It's almost a little bit too hot, though, with the hat combo and the lights and stuff. But, you know, we'll rock it. We'll keep rocking it. We'll just sweat like a pig. It's quite appropriate, really. David Gaynor comments, the most underrated defender in Premier League history, JP. Who's the most underrated defender in Premier League history, then? I guess you're talking about somebody, but who's my opinion here? I'll tell you what, I think Steve Bruce was a very underrated defender because I don't think he actually ever really played for England, did he even? Because he was playing for United and a very good player when we had some very good talents at the back for England. And I'm not even sure if he even ever played for England, Steve Bruce, but he was a very good player. That's just a pick that I'm going to come out right there. Good topic. Get it out there. Who's your most underrated? And it's got to be somebody genuinely underrated as well. If somebody comes back with Rio or Terry here, you're having a mare. Nice one. Please do smash a like on it if you're just joining us and you haven't done so already. Give it a cheeky little thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're almost at 24,000 subscribers. Give it a share if you're already subscribed as well. Let's see if we can hit that milestone very, very soon. I don't know when. Hopefully tomorrow would be nice when the Man United game's on. So, yeah, give it a share. Dennis Irwin, Spike Blighty said, what a player he was, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's a little bit underrated because these days people would like to say, oh, Ashley Cole or Patrice Evra was the best left-back. But Dennis Irwin, to me, I would choose him. I think he was bloody awesome. I think Dennis Irwin was absolutely fantastic in the 90s for United. And not just defending, but I remember he always used to take penalties for us a lot of the time and used to bang him away and free kicks and stuff like that. He was a good player, Dennis Irwin. So, yeah, I think that's a good shout. Yeah, Fine One for One says Bruce. Big D says Gary Pallister was underrated as well. Yeah, them too. Both them too. It's like they... Oh! Real Madrid with a chance. Everton stops it. It's put in the back of the net by Modric. But there is nothing doing there. There's a foul committed in the lead up to it. And the refereeing version of Robert Lewandowski rules it out. And why does he look so much like Robert Lewandowski, that referee, in like 10 years? Yeah, I think that's a good shout, though. Those are two underrated players, Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, in terms of Premier League defenders. Absolutely fantastic. Glenn says Henning Berg. Interesting shout, interesting shout. Yeah, good one. Henning Berg, crikey, I haven't heard that name for a while, that's for sure. Gary Kelly says David Gaynor. G. Wolf says, I thought David May. David May, good shout. Yeah, he did good stuff for United and Blackburn and stuff. Decent player. Gungshi says, did Nicola make the T-Pig or are you going solo tonight? I'm absolutely going solo. I'm riding solo. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, we're flying solo tonight. Pigs fly solo sometimes. And that's what we're doing tonight, Gungers. But she's in here in the chat a little bit, so she's here for some sort of moral support. So thank you very much for that. Shout out Aaron Hornyard. How you doing? He's loving the old pig and bacon emojis there. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, mate. Gaz Newton, yeah, I thought so. He commented and said, Bruce only ever played for England B team and scored 81 goals in his career as a centre-back. Great shout, Pig. Thank you very much, Gaz Newton. Yeah, I thought he'd never played. I don't, you know, it sounds baffling because he was such a big player for United in the early 90s and such a good centre-back. You'd think, how did he not get in there? But I guess England had, like, Mark Wright at the time. Who else did we have at that? But we had a lot of good defenders, you know, in that era. And I guess Steve Bruce just could never quite get in there. Sort of like Ian Wright. If you think how good a striker Ian Wright was, like the amount of times he played for England, it's crazy really, because the amount of goals he scored in the Premier League and for Arsenal and Palace is a lot. He was a great striker, but for England, it's like he didn't get picked that much. Like he wasn't even in the Euro. I don't think he went to any major tournament with England. So, you know, it just goes to show you sometimes it's just not meant to be for certain players. I guess Steve Bruce was just a little bit outside of the top ones. Fair play, Spike Bly. He says, really old school, best defender I've ever seen. Rock solid, Martin Buchan. Fair play, yeah, Martin Buchan. I've heard a lot about him, but obviously I haven't ever seen too much of him myself, so I couldn't really comment, but yeah, fair play. Terry Butcher, Matt Rasassi, yeah. Terry Butcher, the bandage round the head, bleeding from his head. Iconic. Iconic, to be fair. Mrs. Piggy says, hey Gungshi, I reckon tonight's tea might have got a 9 out of 10. Fair play. Well, I must have made it then. That's because I made it, love. Becky Winter, how you doing, Becky Winter? Another lady in here. Always great to have a couple of ladies tuning in. Becky, thank you very much for stopping by. Shout out Unknown Driller. How you doing, Unknown Driller? A very anonymous driller over there. Comments, do you think Mourinho will win Spurs trophies? Thanks for your question. And yeah, I do actually. I think Mickey Mouse trophies, to be fair. League Cup maybe, I don't know. Some sort of Mickey Mouse Cup while he's here, because he is a good cup manager. He's proven that. Oh, another chance for City here. It's smashed over the crossbar though. Kevin De Bruyne finds himself just on the end of an opportunity. It falls to him inside Real Madrid's box there. Ball was played in from a wide position. It's just sort of ricocheted, pinballed its way to De Bruyne. And I think it was Modric was just cutting across him actually and just put him off enough to make him smash it over the top of the bar there. But another opportunity goes begging there for City. Yeah, JP says, Kevin De Bruyne just hit me with the football. Very true. I mean, that was all over the gaff. I still can't believe Jesus didn't score that goal earlier on. Like, that was such a great chance. He's had a mare there. You'd expect a striker of his quality to either find the left corner or the right corner or somewhere in the side of the goal. But right at Courtois there. Nightmare. G. Wolf, that's a good shout, actually. Wes Brown. Because if you talk about Wes Brown was part of, you know, Premier League winning sides, Champions League winning sides, team squads, and was always a very good utility player for United and played in some big games, started in some big games. So that's actually a really great shout. I think Wes Brown, one of the most underrated as well in the Premier League era for sure. Matt Rush says, Jose getting pottered within 12 months. I think you might be right there, Matt. I mean, you know, he's not had the best of starts at Spurs. It's not been terrible, but, excuse me. Sorry about that. Maybe next time I'll mute it. But anyway, thank you in advance for everyone who says bless you and all that's just... So anyway, Matt Rush, yeah, I think he'll probably get canned within a year. I don't see him doing what he's done in his career previously with this Spurs side. I mean, fair enough. Maybe he's going to have a hard time with it because Son and Kane are both out injured for the majority of the season now. But... you know, can he dislodge Klopp? Oh, a charge for Benzema! And saved by Ederson! What a save! The ball comes in from the left-hand side and Benzema gets a flush header onto it. Good contact, low, it's hard, it's firm. But Ederson, man, across in the absolutely parrot puke outfit there, gets down low to his right, makes the save, gets the palm on it, and City clear it out. Let off for City. Great save from Ederson. Good chance goes begging for Real Madrid here. Crikey, what a save though from Ederson, and that is why he's one of the best keepers in the world. To be fair, you know, I think him, Alisson, De Gea, Neuer, you've got to say, I think they're just about in the top tier bracket. If anybody else wants to add any more in there, you can, I guess, like Courtois, Ter Stegen. There's a couple of others, you know, that are in the conversation, I guess, but certainly one of the best keepers in the world. Great save from him there. Wow, I mean that was worth a goal for sure. Obviously. Fantastic save. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Debbie Elder. Legends. Gaz Newton says, roses are red, violets are blue. Gerrard has one Champions League. Wes Brown has two. Oh, don't we love it? Yeah, David Gaynor says, Jay Lings and Pereira gone at the end of the season. I think that's a very good possibility. Ling's got this new agent, Riola, absolute scummer, probably will leave, probably will fashion a move away in the summer to Serie A or somewhere. Some other dumping ground for Manchester United talents gone astray. And then you'll probably see Pereira. I don't know about Pereira if he'll go, actually. It depends what else we do in the window. Like, sure, if Jack Grealish is coming in, is there, you know, if we get another winger as well, if Sancho's coming in, like, is there really going to be a place even in the squad for Andreas Pereira? The answer to that is probably no. But it's if we get those players. If not, then you might just see him around next season as a proper backup. But Ollie obviously has sort of seemed to try and strengthen this side so he doesn't have to play people like Jesse Lings and Andreas Pereira anymore. Let's see if he actually does that. Not sure about this way of streaming, by the way, lads and lasses, because I can't see some vital information like how many people are tuning in. So somebody let me know how many people's tuning in right now. Thank you very much to everybody that is tuning in. You're a bunch of bloody legends, a bunch of the usual legends, some new legends tuning in and stopping by. Zinedine Zidane just getting in the ear hole of Casemiro right here, just giving him a little bit of instruction. And yeah, I mean, I think it's actually been, you know, this last 10 minutes has been quite good. Both sides have had some really good chances. City will be gutted that they didn't convert that Jesus chance. And also the De Bruyne has had a half chance, really, which he could have done better with on another day. And then Real Madrid, man, they've had a really great opportunity, which Ederson pulled out a world-class save for. And Laporte must be injured because Fernandinho is just coming on for Aymeric Laporte, who's had to come off the pitch here. He looks a little bit fed up. He's obviously picked up a knock or an injury or something. Didn't actually see what happened. Maybe it's just a pull of a muscle or something like that. But Fernandinho has come off the bench for the injured Laporte, who's struggling off right now. Obviously a great player for City, does suffer from a little bit of injury concerns and problems here and there. Without him, I think they're definitely not as good a side. So we'll see what happens here. Fernandinho is obviously a talented player. But centre-back wise, nice one. Bloody legends. Thank you to everybody that is tuning in. And do smack a like on it if you are. Spike Blighty, thank you very much for letting me know. True legends. Let's see if we can get, like, I don't know, 80 likes by the end of the video. That would be absolutely sensational. Awesome, awesome. Stephen Zevon, how you doing? Always great to see you too, the Zevonator. JP says, let's help the pig hit 1 billion subs. Fair play, mate. That'd be absolutely sensational, wouldn't it? 1 billion subscribers. I wouldn't even want 1 billion subscribers. I mean, imagine the pressure having literally 1/7 of the world's population just waiting for everything you did. That would actually be awful, wouldn't it? It's like every video you put out, anything you put out, 1/7 of the world is going to see and criticise and be offended by or love or hate or whatever. That'd be shit, to be fair. That is actually a nightmare. Oh, United Extra Time, how you doing? Comments and says Juventus are getting beaten. Let's check out what's going on around the globe then in terms of footballing scores right now. Leon, yeah, Leon beating Juventus 1-0 here. Thank you very much for letting us know. Toussaint has scored in the 31st minute. They're 35 minutes gone over there. So Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo's Juventus losing away from home there in France. But to be fair, though, with Cristiano Ronaldo in the side, you know, they're going to come back and they're going to batter them, aren't they? I mean, they're just too good. They're just too good. Look at Sarri there, though. There's just a picture here with Cristiano Ronaldo and Mauricio Sarri. It's like you couldn't get a better campaign for like healthy living. You got a picture of Mauricio Sarri there, literally smoking a cigarette, stood behind Ronaldo. Ronaldo's looking youthful. He's looking, he's looking happy. He's looking fit. In a physical exercise point of view, and then there's Sarri there. Looks like he's just come out of McDonald's. He's got a fag on the go there. His complexion's all messed up. He's red in the face. Yeah, that's the advert right there, lads and lasses. Free kick then for Real Madrid. It comes in. It's headed away. Thank you, KT. Says 100 likes by the end of the match. That would be bloody awesome. Yeah, Clam Jesus, the chat would be filth with a 1/7 of the world's population. Imagine the chat. Imagine the live chat with 1 billion people in here. It wouldn't even be fun, would it? It would just not be fun. Spike Brighty says, is this a good Real side? I don't follow Spanish football. So, I mean, you know, I don't think it's a stellar Real Madrid side if you're talking about the best Real Madrid sides over the last 20 years. It's not like a Real Madrid side that had Zidane and Fat Ronaldo in, or Beckham and these guys, or even indeed a team that had the Cristiano Ronaldo and the Mesut Ozil at the time, and that sort of a team which was better. It's definitely not as good as that. And let's just have a look at that La Liga table right now just to see where they stand over in the Spanish Football League. And then we'll just have a look at how they're doing. I know they're up there challenging. Barcelona are ahead of them currently on just by 2 points. So 25 games played. Real Madrid are on 53 points. Barcelona on 55. So, yeah, they're obviously doing okay there. They're definitely in with a shout of winning La Liga. You know, to give you an idea, Atletico Madrid are in third place, and they're on 43 points, a full 10 points behind Real Madrid. So it's certainly a two-horse race this season. Real Madrid are up there challenging Barcelona for La Liga title, so they can't be all that bad. But I do think this Barcelona side right now, it's nowhere near as good as Pep's Barcelona side of a few years ago, with the Messi and the Xavi and the Iniesta connection and all that business. It's just not. It's still great, but it's just not quite as good as that level of a football side, because that's one of the greatest sides we've ever seen. Just like this Real Madrid side is not as good as that Real Madrid side that had Ronaldo in his absolute peak, because it's just not. But it's still very, very good teams, you know, very, very good teams. Shout out, we've got another Welsh person in here, Gwynam Garrigan. Shout out to you, says hi from Wales. Hey, thank you so much for getting in here, Gwynam. And I think you're the first Gwynam that we've ever had in here, so welcome to Gwynam. Nice one. Says hi, I'm from Wales. Yeah, we got that one, Gwynam, we got it. Thank you very much for getting in here. Also, Mr. Gungshi there, is also a fellow Welshman. He goes by the name of Hugh, also spelled in an amusing way. So yeah, fair play to you, Gwynam. Thanks for getting in here. Thanks to any other Welsh people that are tuning in, any Scottish people, any Irish people, and not just British people, everyone else too. Everyone's included, you know. Where are you all tuning in from? If you've never commented, obviously I know where most people are tuning in from, but if you've never commented, or you've never said where you're tuning in from, let us know where you're tuning in from, because we do like to know the global reach of the Flying Pig United YouTube channel for sure. Ball's just gone out of play then. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, who comes out on top in this game, because it's not easy to predict what is going to happen right now. I'm still going to go with my 1-0 to Real Madrid, but City certainly having a couple of opportunities. And here comes City once again. Gabriel Jesus tries to thread a ball through. He's closed down very rapidly by about 5 lily white shirts though, and they do get it away. Here come Real Madrid with Modric on the ball. It's good winning it back there. Mendy on the ball. Gary Wells says it's virtually impossible to get any chat you type read out on United Stand. Rachel Potluck, really fair play, yeah. I mean, I try to read out a lot of people's comments for sure. Obviously, they've got a shitload more viewers, so it's going to be harder to get chats read out. Plus, I do think they have like graphics on there that say things like super chats will be read out and stuff like that. So you might only get them read out if you super chat. I don't really know, to be honest. But yeah, I try and read as many out as possible. Let's see where you guys are from then. If anybody has, hi from Derby, Eddie Otto. Thank you very much. There's Derby, Stephen Seven, Belfast. Who else is there in here? And where are you from? Southport, New South Wales. Oh, no, sorry. Gaz Newton says Southport, Northwest. Southport. I thought it was like some weird, like, Australia. Oh, that's where I got messed up. Victor Chan says Sydney, Australia. G'day, mate. Great to have you in here from Sydney, Cobber. Always lovely to see any Aussies in here. Danny's from Finland as well. That's fantastic. We've got a Finnish person in here too. Wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Debbie Elder says almost 2 for Leon. Should have been 2. Yeah, I'm not watching that game at the same time, actually. Maybe I should be, but yes, because this game's not the most eventful at the moment. But Leon obviously doing a good job over there. I mean, at home, any team left in the Champions League should be a bit of a dangerous prospect for most guys. Stephen Zevon, how you doing? Says on the kickoff they say, be in your super chats, we're interested in your opinion and never read 90% of them. Don't become them, pig. Well, I definitely won't become them, to be fair. I mean, one thing I do feel bad about, though, is like, certainly on the Pig and the Hen show, the thing is with the Pig and the Hen show, when we're doing the podcast and I'm talking to Henry, I'm trying not to disrupt the flow of the conversation too much because it's a different sort of show. It's not just me talking and me talking to you guys. But then I feel like I'm only reading the super chats out half the time on the Pig and the Hen show because I don't want to disrupt the flow too much, and we just check them every now and then. It's like, oh, they're the highlighted comments, and do you know what I mean? So it's like you can't win, but definitely I try and get everybody's comments read out if you've got something positive to say. ENT commenting from Epsom, Surrey. That's not too far away. Thank you very much for getting in here, ENT, legend. The Primots in Canada, unreal, absolutely unreal, eh? Nemo Nobody says, hey Pig, you've been watching so much City lately, you'd think you've been turning blue. Only because I like to watch the world burn, my friend. I like to watch the downfall with my own eyes. You know, look at this City side right now with all the talents out there, giving Real Madrid a good game. Give it a couple of seasons, they may well be back down there where they belong in mid-table mediocrity, my friend. So I'm in at the ground floor here to see the demise. But in all honesty, you know, I'm just doing more content on the channel. This is a big game of football, isn't it? At the moment this season, you know, it's a massive game. Real Madrid, Man City, last round of 16, Champions League. Big game. I want to do more content on the channel. Some people want me to do more content on the channel, so that's why I'm doing it. I mean, it's not going to get silly, like I say. It's a Man United channel. But, yeah, we're going to have the odd watch-along and stuff for big games. Don't you worry about that. Alex comments, how long left until half-time? So there's currently 42 minutes, 59 seconds gone. So just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left until half-time, lads and lasses. Not the most eventful of halves. City have definitely had their chances. They had a couple of really good opportunities with De Bruyne and Jesus. But other than that, I mean, very, very boring sort of a game. Real Madrid had a really great opportunity, actually, with Karim Benzema getting on a cross and heading a fantastic effort towards Ederson's goal, low and hard, but Ederson made a fantastic save in that horrible pink fluorescent suit that he's wearing out there, and made a great save, to be fair, to deny them and keep it 0-0. So they've both had a couple of chances here, but other than those incidents that I'm talking about, it's been a bit of a boring game. Thank you, Matt Rush, top man. Adil Abid, how you doing, Adil? I've got a deal for you, Adil. No, it says, yes, Pig, how you doing, pal? I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Adil. Hope you're all good. I just thought, actually, I've got a deal for you. Fancy a bid? Do you know what I mean? A deal, a bid. Anyway, it's a shit joke. But thank you very much for getting in here. Rachel Manchester said this game's been a yawn fest. I think that's fair to say. It is a bit of a boring game of football from both sides at the moment, but there has been a couple of late chances there for City here. They're going to have to try and fashion something. De Bruyne on the ball because there's only a minute left until half time. Big D says, I was expecting a couple of goals by now. Yeah, I was too. We nearly had one apiece, to be fair. Thank you very much, GTA Red Star Gaming. Love your comment there. Nice super chat. Says, TUS is ran like a dictatorship. Tintin at the helm. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. Gungshi says, Pig, I know what you mean. I was thinking that while watching Pig and Hell earlier. Must be difficult at times keeping it flowing smoothly. Yeah, definitely. You see, the ideal thing is obviously, really, what me and Hen would do is like, but it's not as good because then there's no audience interaction. Is just have a conversation and record that and then upload it. But there's no audience interaction. You guys do like affecting what we're talking about, and we like how you affect it and interacting with us and stuff. So yeah, so you got to try to fine line, but it's very difficult when there's comments coming in. I want to read out comments from everybody, but then there's only, I'm trying to have a full-on conversation with Henry, and I can only check it every so often. So yeah, it's a bit of a balancing act we got to do on there, but we'll just keep doing what we're doing. Some people won't like it, some people will. But yeah, like I say, we're trying to include everyone on this channel because at the end of the day, you guys are actually spending your time to tune into this channel as opposed to doing whatever else you could be doing, or watching another channel or doing whatever you are. So as long as you're tuning in, I'm very grateful for that. I'm going to interact with you guys and try and get everyone involved as much as possible. So it's a brilliant community. We always use that word on this channel because we've built up this community. We're almost at 24,000 subscribers now, and the community is fantastic. There's a bunch of legends and a few new people popping every time, and we're creating a great little community. So thank you to everybody that is a part of it, honestly. Oh, and it's a shot on goal here. The corner came in. Courtois beat it away, and then the shot from City, the rebound, was struck at goal. I'm not sure who it was. But it was saved, and it was beaten away here. And another opportunity, Courtois comes and makes a little punch away. And this time, Kevin De Bruyne has committed a foul, and now Real Madrid do have the free kick, and we're 10 seconds away from the end of the half. So the corner's come in from De Bruyne. Courtois flapped at it, pushed it right into the path of, I think it's Gabriel Jesus waiting there for it. He has a volley on the right boot. And it was going wide, actually, and Sergio Ramos has tried to clear it. It's actually hit the inside of Sergio Ramos's leg, which has taken it on target, But luckily for him, there is there's another player on the goal line who's just managed to get it away and scuffle it away. But crikey, bit of a flap there by Courtois, and a little bit dodgy stuff there by Ramos, sort of missing his clearance. It's hit his inside of his leg and almost could have been an own goal there. And that's half-time, lads and lasses. So the players come in for the half-time break. 0-0 at half-time here. Couple of incidences. City could have scored. Real Madrid could have scored. City, I guess, coming off with, at the end of it, the best opportunities in the game. They just had that opportunity there, which was beaten away in the end. They had the Gabriel Jesus sitter, really, which was a sitter in the end, and also the De Bruyne chance. So those chances are few and far between in this game, but City having a little bit better of it. Thank you, Gungshi, mate. You're a bloody legend. Says, Pig and the Hen makes Wednesday worth looking forward to. That's what we like to hear, man. Like, we love that people tune in and look for it on the Wednesday. It is pretty awesome. Breaks the week up a little bit, as people say. Alex Rudd, how are you, mate? Thanks for stopping back in here. He says, I'm back for the half-time. Nice one, Rudd. Thank you very much for being a part of the show today and getting in there at half-time. What did you think of it? What did you make of it? Are you watching the game? Are you watching the Lyon-Juventus game at the same time? Mr. JG84, how you doing? Says, boring game. I think that's a fair comment. Very, very true, Jay. Alex says, boring half. Let's hope the second half is a bit better. Absolutely is. That's not Rincon, is it? It gets so confusing with all the Alexes, because Rincon's got a little spanner on his name, doesn't he? Anyway, Nicola Mrs. Piggy says, go into bed now, Mr. P, but send in my love. Great watch along as always. Night legends. Okay, darling, thank you very much. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good sleep. And, yeah, love you lots and all that. Makes me feel a little bit embarrassed saying all that shit online, because you're not actually here and everybody else can hear. Anyway, I won't do that again. Alex Rudd says, the channel app I'm watching doesn't let me watch the game and listen to the pig. Oh my days, that's why you need a secondary device there, Alex. Some sort of a secondary device. Cheap $30 Amazon Kindle or something for watching the pig, I don't know. But, no, fair play to you, mate. Rudd says the half was not boring. Apart from the few incidences, it wasn't the most end-to-end or exciting game of football. But to be fair, Rudd, there was three good chances for City, which they didn't take, and one really good chance for Real Madrid, which they didn't take. So fair play. Jay says Real Madrid are terrible now. I mean, they're definitely, like I was saying earlier on, they're not the Real Madrid that had Ronaldo in his heyday, and they're not the Madrid before that with the Zidans and the Brazilian Ronaldos, but they're still a good team. They're still up there challenging for La Liga titles. They're only 2 points behind Barcelona. They're in the hunt for it at the moment. So they're obviously a decent side. But yeah, compared to the quality that they had just a couple of years ago, I guess when you lose to one of the best players in the world, there is going to be an effect. And especially when players like Gareth Bale are not really loved by the fans and he hasn't stepped up to the mantle to be that new Ronaldo, it's difficult. The Cop 94 says, how you doing, Pig? I'm not doing too shabby. Thank you very much for stopping in here and making your presence known. The Cop 94... always decent to hear from him, even if he's a bloody scouser or whatnot. But thank you very much for getting in here and stopping by. Great to have different fans of all different clubs tuning in. Nice one. Yeah, everybody's saying night, Mrs. P, night to my missus. Is it really okay that about 10 blokes have just said night to my missus? I'm not sure if that's the best thing in the world. Says, sorry for embarrassing me. Yeah, you always do, love. You embarrass yourself with your cup of tea making abilities too. Oh dear, that's it. She's not going to bed now. She's going to get on the blower to me. Crikey. Says, the Cop 94 says, who do you think will win the Champions League, Pig? Right, okay. Do you know what? I know it's easy to say this because of the result last night and just how dominant it was. But I'm going for Bayern Munich because I just think they look very, very strong at the moment. You know, the likes of Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in world football, just so consistent, smashing it up consistently. Gnabry, you know, they've just got a very good team. They're well oiled, and they've got every good opportunity as anybody else to win it. I think. I don't know. It's a very tough one, isn't it? It's hard to predict. It's very hard to predict who's going to win the Champions League. I don't think it will be an English team. City's last stab at it for a couple of years potentially is this year. Just don't think they're going to do it. I don't know. I just don't think an English team's going to win it this year. Liverpool, obviously, incredible, but no, just don't see it. Just don't see them overturning it. Don't see it against Atletico. Just don't see it. We'll see. Maybe at home at Anfield it'll be a totally different. But I've just got a feeling this year we're going to have it we're going to have I don't know, a German winner. There you go. Yeah, Matt Rush says Bayern Munich as well. Alex Rudd says, Pig is an alpha, so he will fight you guys off for Nicola. Yeah, that doesn't even need to be said, Rudd, does it, really? I mean, come on. Anybody messes around, he'd be sniffing around the missus. Gonna get a Stone Cold Stunner. Give me a hell yeah. Thank you very much for that, Rudd. Get in my back, though. I love it. I bloody love it, mate. Debbie Elder says, Lewandowski broken leg, Pig. You what? Has he got a broken leg now? Crikey, but he was literally playing in the game yesterday and scored. What? Pablo Jones says Bayern might win this UCL. Lewandowski on fire. Spot on, Pig. Richard James says Atletico Madrid are my bet for this year's CL. Fair play to him. You know, if you think about who's been up there challenging over the last 5 years at the Champions League, Atletico Madrid are right up there. But the problem is they haven't gone on to win it, have they? They've just been falling a little bit short. But the defensive display, not just defensive, but just a great footballing, very, very organised, very sound defensive display that they put up against Liverpool the other day really impressed me. And I thought it's going to be difficult even at Anfield for this Liverpool side to really break them down, even with the talents that they got in there, because they seem to sort of nullify Liverpool to a degree. So we'll see. Jarvis Cocker, how are you doing? One of the channel members, by the way. By the way, if you're not a channel member, you can actually become a channel member if you click the join button, and you get access to emojis and stuff like that in the live chat. It's just there if you are interested in it. Don't have to. It's free. I'll read your comments out anyway. But if you want to be a channel member, if you want to support the channel in any way you do, then that is a great way of doing it. So thank you to Jarvis Cocker, as you can see in green here. Alex Rudd, Matt Rush. Who else is in here who's a channel member? Gungshi, of course. You can see the people in the live chat who are in green are channel members. So thank you to all those guys that choose to support the channel that way. Bloody heroes. Richard James says, Gungshi, I've been married for 10 years. Oh, more for you, Ricky. GTA Red Star says, 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow. Yep. Manchester United versus Club Brugge. Second leg Europa League tie. Tune in on the channel. Of course, I'll be doing a watch along and a post-match reaction. And if I've got the opportunity, if I've got a bit of time tomorrow, I may even do a daytime sort of little preview. Just a cheeky little live preview of the game as well, with predictions on lineups and score lines and all that good stuff. So if you're around, come and check out the channel tomorrow as well. There'll be lots more stuff going on tomorrow. Of course, United playing. Also, exciting news, by the way, lads and lasses. So any fans of the Pig and the Hen show will be pleased to know this news. Any fans, any people who don't like Henry won't like this news. But I think a lot of the diehards that are in here right now do like Henry, and they do like the Pig and the Hen show, or at least they enjoy the show. So certainly Debbie loves him and doesn't love the pig, but whatever, Debbie, that's fine. Let's talk about what I was going to say anyway. Is me and Henry were talking about it earlier. It's not 100% finalised yet, but what we want to do now. Because, we had the phone-ins at the end of the Pig and the Hen show sometimes, and sometimes because it's such a long show, like Rudd wanted to call in today, we want to take calls, Rincon's working at this time, and, and anyone else who wants to phone in. Because of that, we don't often get to do the calls at the end of the show. And also, we want lots of different people calling in as well. Not nothing against the usual legends, but we want a bunch of different people calling in, and we think it would look a lot we'd get more calls if it was publicly a video that wasn't just latched onto the end of a Pig and the Hen show podcast, but was actually in a separate fan phone in or call in or whatever show you want to call it. I don't know why I'm struggling with saying that phrase, but a phone-in show. Separately, once a week, with me and the Hen for, an hour or so or whatever, where you guys can just phone in, you get a quick 5 minutes to say your point, back and forth, bit of bounce, whatever, on to the next one, for an hour or something like that, and we'll do it at the same time every single week. That's what we're thinking of doing right now, because I think we love talking to the subscribers, we love doing the live call-ins, but sometimes as well, I think people just are not really looking for it, like the Pig and the Hen Show football podcast. Some people may not know there's calls at the end, some people may, but they may not be around when the calls eventually do take place. There's no set time for them. I think it's just easier if we do a phone-in show once a week. What do you guys think? Anyway, let me know in the comments here. Rudd says, hell yeah. G-Wall says, hell yeah. Gaz Newton says, hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Oh, no, that was in response to me saying, give me a hell yeah, when that was nothing to do about the bloody show. That's when I did the Steve Austin thing earlier on, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, nice one. Thank you very much. Yeah, bunch of legends in here. Look at you all getting in there with your pig and hen emojis and stuff. But yeah, Stefan says the moaning. I like that. That's a great idea. Matt Russ says call in, great idea. Ian T, another legend of the channel member there, says sounds good, pig. Thank you very much for the feedback there, lads and lasses. I would love that. Alex Rincon says, Pig, can you call me on IG Skype after this game tonight? I had a few questions about the 21st of the 3rd stream I need to ask you about. Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll give you a quick call after this video, or just Instagram me or whatever. Rudd says, hell yeah to the show too. Nice one. Yeah, so in terms of a phone-in show, we don't know what day, what time. It depends on Henry, but I want it to be a set thing every single week. So he's going to have to figure... He's up for it. He's going to have to figure out when it is, what time, what's best for him, and stick to it. Because that's how I like to operate. I don't like to be doing Pig and Hen shows on Thursdays with them, maybe on Wednesdays and shit like that. So we'll figure something out, and then it'll be, an awesome little fan phone-in show where you guys can phone in. You can say whatever you want, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there'll be a lot more drama and trolling and stuff like that when it's just a literal standalone live phone-in show. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, lads and lasses. Mr. J84 says, great idea. I would watch that for sure. Nice one. Yeah, there should be a good bit of drama and a bit of entertainment that comes out of it for sure, yeah. Kaiser Sosa says, no calls with heavy breathing, though. Yeah, we can't promise that, unfortunately. There's some odd people in the world. There's some strangelings out there. There's some strangelings, to be fair. I'm talking about you over there. Put that corn of the cob down, you weirdo. It's not meant for that. Anyway, Matt Matt Rush says, pig in Old Trafford, absolutely. What is that there? What is that? Some sort of a devil face? Oh, right. I thought it was a gorilla for a second there. What is that? Anyway, thank you, Matt Rush. You're top bloody man, aren't you? Kaiser Soze says, I'm going to call the pig and ask him what he's wearing. Well, I could easily show you that, couldn't I? Legends. Okay, so, yeah, we're half-time here for anybody that's just tuning in. 0-0 at half-time. I'll go and have a quick look at the stats as well for the half-time, just if anybody's interested in stats. Just so you know, in the other game, it's half-time in the Champions League here. Lyon versus Juventus. Toussaint scoring in the 31st minute for Olympique Lyon over in France against Juventus, obviously. And Ronaldo yet to score. Juventus yet to register a goal. Lyon winning that game currently. Real Madrid versus Man City is 0-0, and the stats at half-time here, 52% possession to Real Madrid, 48% possession to Man City, 3 shots on goal for Real Madrid, 1 shot on target, which was the Benzema header, which was saved fantastically well by Ederson in City's goal. Brilliant diving save down to his right to deny the great header from Benzema, to be fair. And then City have had 5 shots, 2 on target, and those 2, one of them's Gabriel Jesus, and the other one, I guess, is that one at the end, or Sergio Ramos one was stuck in the back of his net. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not had the most chances, but there you go. It's quite an even game, as you can see. One thing I would say is if you look at Man City and how they dominate teams in terms of possession in the Premier League, obviously playing Real Madrid today, Real Madrid are at home at the Bernabeu, but even so, 52% possession against City's 48%. Just goes to show you just how good these Spanish sides are at keeping hold of the ball and stuff, because usually when City play whoever in the Premier League, they have 67% possession by now. So I think that's a fair point. Opta has just sent a little stat out. It says Cristiano Ronaldo's last 25 direct free kick shots in the Champions League, he's missed them all. So Ronaldo not converting his free kick opportunities at the moment, because 1 in 25 is not great, let alone 0 in 25. But 0 in 25, I guess that means 1 in 26, doesn't it? And they're just trying to stitch him out there. But still, Richard James is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier wearing a bright red waistcoat, smoking a pipe is my spirit animal. Fair play. Who's your spirit animal? I like it. My spirit animal. Crikey, I think it probably is a sloth, actually. Sloths, they just seem to chill out. They're just calm. They don't really, they're just relaxing, aren't they? They're pretty slow. They're pretty lazy. They look pretty relaxed. Yeah, I'm probably a sloth. I'll admit it, some people wouldn't want to be a sloth. I'd bloody love to be a sloth. That's why I know it's my spirit animal. Lay around in trees all day, chilling, sleeping, eating. Sounds good to me. Oh dear. Gunga says, Pig, you need to wear the hat to Old Trafford. That's not actually going to happen, Gunga. No way. Somebody would come and steal it off me as soon as they saw it. Like some little scally out there would do that. Also, and this is a very precious hat to me, also, I'll just be ridiculously recognisable, and although that's fine and it'd be cool to see any subscribers to the channel, at the same time, I don't want to bring any extra attention to myself, so it'd probably be more of an incognito pig, to be fair there, Gungers, but yeah, that's the main reason, because I wouldn't want to lose the hat of justice, to be fair. Maybe buy a secondary hat, Gungers. It's not a bad idea, I don't know. Richard James says a spliff is my spirit object. Fair play to you, mate. You're not the only one, Sunshine. JP's a penguin. Why is that then? Because you're ice cold and you're a bit of a funny bird. I don't know. Wallace Montcroy Stewart, how you doing? Says, this is a great idea. Commenting on non-United matches. Just got in from a hard day. So pleased this is on. Another legendary channel member, Wallace Montcroy Stewart. Thank you so much, Wallace. That's awesome. And, very happy to have you aboard here after a long, hard day's work, my friend. So thank you very much for getting involved here. Shout out to your son as well. You're going to have to forgive me, Wallace. I think you did say, but I have forgotten the name of your son already. So I've had a bit of a nightmare there. But you have to forgive me because there's hundreds of people that I interact with on here daily. But shout out to, because I think you said your son watches them as well. Either that or I'm thinking of somebody else. You see, this is the problem. Nice one. Nick Pendragon says, better being a koala than a sloth, eats roots and leaves and lies around stoned in eucalyptus leaves all day. Fair play, Nick. Unless you are ravaged by wildfires, in which case it's not very nice being a koala, bless them, to be fair. But yeah, you're right, koalas are pretty awesome as well. JP says, laugh my ass off, pig just roasted me. You roast yourself, JP. You roast yourself. Do you know what I mean? G Wall says, I've got asthma, so I'm a heavy breather. Wife always thinks I'm Tommy tanking. Cheapers. Oh, I'm a smoker, so it sounds like I've been Tommy tanking on here sometimes, to be fair. By the way, the second half is underway. I don't know if I've told you that, lads and lasses. Sorry. Bit of shit commentary here going on the channel. 46 minutes, 22 seconds gone. And the second half is actually full on underway here. And I haven't even informed you, have I? So, the game's underway. 0-0. Half time's come and gone. What can change in this second half? Who is going to make the breakthrough? Is the bald monk Pep Guardiola going to be able to get his City side an away goal here and get a positive result? Or is the bald monk Zinedine Zidane going to win the monk off and come away with a point, or come away with a victory, should I say, in the Champions League round of 16 here? We shall see. We shall see, lads and lasses. There you go. I should have remembered it, shouldn't I, Wallace? Sorry, you have to forgive me. It was on the tip of my tongue, mate. Eric the King. What a bloody great name to name your son, by the way. I mean, I love that. I love that, Wallace. That's right up there for me as well. Things like names like Eric, Ryan, Ollie. You know, these are all the sort of names that I would like to name my son as well, to be fair. So you're a top man. And shout out to Eric as well if he's tuning in, or if he ever does tune in. And apologies for the language in advance. Questionable parenting there, Wallace. But either so, thank you very much for getting it. Yeah, Jarvis Cocker says, you should make a flying pig hat as merchandise. I'll definitely buy one. Nice one. I'll let you know if I can do something like that. It's not a bad idea, actually. I'm sure there's a few people that would want this exact style hat. But to get a good one of quality, you know, that's the thing. I'll have to do a bit of shopping around. Gunga says, this is why we love your commentary, Pig. Never know what you're going to get. It's very true. And we Forrest Gump it over on this channel for sure. And I don't know what you're referring to either, Gungshi. Like, that's the problem with me. I've got the short-term memory of a literal goldfish, and I've forgotten what I was even talking about just a moment ago. But look, Courtois got the ball at the back here for Real Madrid. 48 minutes, 11 seconds gone. And they're passing around at the back here. It's very comfortable stuff at the moment in possession for Real Madrid. But all they're really doing is what they were doing at the start of the game, which is sort of just passing it around the back line and then waiting for some sort of a runner and trying a long ball. It's not the most effective of stuff right here. That's why they only really had one good shot on target during the first half, because it was just from a wide ball in. They haven't really gone through the middle or gone through City at all, really, throughout this game. But let's see what they can do. Modric on the ball now. You'd expect him to be able to do that. He does give the ball away, but does well to get it back. Good ball by Modric to Vinicius Jr. there, but it's given away. Casemiro wins it back, though, for Real Madrid. Sprayed over to the right-hand side. Carvajal looks for the run of Isco. Isco just takes it back inside. Isco in a wide position. Isco, little short one back to midfield then. Real Madrid passed around. Silly little flick there by Casemiro has given the ball away. And Real Madrid are in a bit of trouble here. De Bruyne looks to counter. Gabriel Jesus with a chance on the edge of there. Is shot from Jesus. Oh, and it should have been again from Gabriel Jesus. He hasn't got... Oh, and it's Riyad Mahrez. My bad. It's not Gabriel Jesus. It's Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez on the counter-attack. De Bruyne plays him in fantastically down the right-hand side there. And it was actually Riyad Mahrez who threw on goal. He gets it around about the edge of the area. He cuts back inside, left boot. Maybe there's a little deflection, actually. Maybe there's a little deflection, but it looked like he just hit it wide. Another opportunity wasted there by Man City, but lethal on the counter-attack there. Real Madrid caught napping a little bit at the back. Bit of better finishing could have cost them there, to be fair. Mark Sin, how you doing, mate? The Sinner Man. Thank you very much for tuning in. Mark Sin, everybody. Great quiz earlier. Always fantastic to talk to Mark Sin on the Pig of the Hen Show podcast. Mark Sin doing the quiz master duties. Top man, great quiz. You know how last week we messed up the volumes and I was too loud and you guys were too quiet? Well, I freaking fucked it up again this week, didn't I? Now I was too quiet. But either way, it's fine. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. And I'm glad that I absolutely decimated and wiped the floor with him. Even after, you know, the conspiracy that was Mark Sin and Henry Hotspur. You know, what would you say? What would you say? In cahoots with each other, I'd say. Even after that debacle, the Pigs still managed to prevail. That's it. Justice out there for you. Gunga says he almost bought one of these hats in Japan. but I had to meet the girlfriend, so missed out. Oh, that's a big shame. Matt Rush's Russian tank driver hat. Yeah, to be fair, that's what it is. And to be fair, you can put the sides up, like, you could actually have it up like this if you want, like a proper Rusky. But that's not how I like to roll. Oh, dear. 51 minutes, 13 seconds gone then. And City started this second half a little bit better. Real Madrid, they are there to be had at the back, to be fair. You saw a couple of defensive vulnerabilities from them in the first half there. You know, Sergio Ramos again at question there for his positioning. And also, in the first half, he almost stuck one in the back of his net. It's a corner here for City. De Bruyne is going to take the corner. He whips one in. It's a decent corner, but it is beaten away. Gundogan fouled, was he? Pushed down to the ground there? It's going to take a couple of paracetamol, lads and lasses. Because my freaking gum is hurting pretty significantly. Must be all the talking, because this has been fine for a couple of days now, but either that or I'm getting an infection, I don't know. Zach E, how are you doing? Says, what's my real job? Why do you want to know my details, mate? Hey, what's your fucking job? No, I'm joking. My job is deliveries. I'll just say that. I'm a delivery driver. Yeah, that's all you get. Well, I might have said it before, actually, but just in case some weirdo turns up or anything, I don't want to say it. So, there you go. But also, I'm a part-time YouTuber, my friend. So, yeah, that's also what I do, technically. Oh, dear. Semi-professional YouTuber, yeah. Stefan says, what's actually with that hat, mate? This is my lucky hat, mate. It's the lucky Man United hat. Okay, I wore this hat when United beat Chelsea in the Champions League final in 2008. And the reason for that is not Giggsy putting away that penalty. It's not Edwin van der Sar making the save. It's not John Terry slipping up. It's because of this hat. So that's why I wear the hat. Plus, it's just a bit of a gnarly hat. I reckon it suits me. You know, you might disagree. Fair enough. It's just become almost an accessory of mine, you see. Very warm as well. Like, very warm hat. Can't fault the warmth of these hats. Mark Sin says, Pig is the transporter. Alright, yeah, that Jason Statham movie, fair play, yeah. That would be awesome, actually. That's a pretty decent movie back in the day, the first one. I think the other two were not so good, but, you know, in terms of just an action film, mindless action film, it's actually pretty decent, mate. Fair play to you. Jason Statham, man, like, he's one of those actors, that's sort of what he does. He's just fashioned like this, almost an English Steven Seagal-style career out for himself, which is great, to be fair. Some of the movies he's done are brilliant. And some of them are not so brilliant, to be fair. Some of them are pretty gash-tastic. What was that one me and the missus watched a little while ago? Oh, yeah. The Meg. Oh, crikey, is it a penalty shout? Edison maybe brings down Vinicius Jr., but the referee waves away the protest of Vinicius Jr. there. But the Meg, yeah, I thought it was a bit of a shit film, to be fair. I'll give it 2 out of 5. It wasn't a good film. But he was actually like an Olympic diver, wasn't he, at one point? Connor Watt says, yeah, deliveries. No, it's nothing illegal at all. It's actually Jeff Bezos related. Oh, Courtois doing some dodgy stuff there. Closed down by Gabriel Jesus. Manages to smother it, though. 54 minutes, 38 seconds gone. Still 0-0. Real Madrid struggling a little bit here, I think. Gareth Bale is warming up now. He's going to be stripping off and warming up. So we'll see if he's going to be coming on the pitch. G Wolf says, Pig, have you thought about going full-time YouTuber, or don't it earn enough to do it full-time? No. I mean, no, it doesn't, G Wolf, not at all. But, I mean, recently, though, the last 6 months... Oh, hold on a wee second. Shot by Mahrez, saved there by Courtois, beaten away, defended well by Real Madrid there, and it is put out. But no, definitely not, is the answer to that. But, to be fair, the last month or so was definitely the best month I ever had on YouTube, and also, you know, the last 6 months have gone up massively. But if I'm being honest, you know, a lot of people won't tell you, but like a year or so ago, I was only making money from advertising revenue, basically, which is nothing really. I think you get maybe like a dollar or something per 1,000 views. And if I was getting 100,000 views in a month or whatever, you get about $100 in ad revenue. So that was really bad. But now, with my channel having unlocked channel membership. We've got channel members who can help out. Oh, a shot there by Mahrez holding a cotton picking second here. We'll get back into this in a moment, but it is saved away by Courtois there, and City just starting to pile the pressure on here a little bit. Real Madrid struggling to deal with it. Here comes City once again. Gundogan looks to get his head up and play a forward pass. You can just feel the pressure. You can just feel the tenacity coming from City now. Down the left they go. Mendy cuts it back into De Bruyne, who is fouled. No, it's not. The referee waves it off. And Real Madrid now come out from the back looking to counter. Sloppy stuff from Real, giving it away consistently, but they win it back quickly here. Over to the left then. Looking for the run of Vinicius Jr. down the left. Here he is on the ball. He's done the defender. Vinicius Jr., one of the young stars of world football. Can he do anything here to impress us tonight? He's given it to Modric inside. Mendy now. Over on the other side. Header met by... Is it Modric with the header? No, it was Isco. But not fantastically well known for being great in the air. The last person you want to fall to there. But either way, the other Mendy for City doing a good job defending against Isco there for the header. But yeah, Ederson's got the ball there, little short one. To answer your question, no. You can't, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe in the future, but certainly with Patreon growing a little bit, we've got 12 patrons now. Channel membership, we've got like, I think 27, 28 channel members now. Super chats coming in, you know, freaking people sending PayPal donations and all that good stuff. Like, definitely it is improved. It's better than it ever has been for me on YouTube. So I'm not going to... It's still part-time money, you know. It's still part-time money. It's not... It's certainly not quit your job standards just yet. But that is my long-term goal. Like, as silly as it sounds for some people who think that would be ridiculous to do. But that's my long-term goal, is to try and do this full-time. Just make videos about football, United, stuff, you know, stuff that I'm interested in. Anyway, and I started doing this channel years ago for, you know, not for money, just for fun, to do something, and it didn't even monetize it for years. So yeah, it's just one of those things. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's lovely as it is, to be fair, because you're a bunch of bloody legends. Nice one, yeah. Please do smash a like on it, as Matty Rush says. Smash a like on it, lads and lasses. Leave a cheeky little thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Rachel Manchester thinks Courtois is dodgy. Nick Pendragon says Statham as the monk in that football form. Mean Machine, yeah. What a great cameo that was by Jason Statham, the lunatic monk. That was awesome. Yeah, SM Vizard says, haha, Jason Statham, remember him in the Mean Machine as the nutty goalie. Yeah, very true. Like, that is that's funny how that's like his most iconic role. That and Snatch, I guess. United extra time. I'm not too sure about the briefing in the media for the new Saudi news articles coming out, to be honest. So I don't know about that, my friend. You might be on the... but oh, it's a goal for Real Madrid, surely. And it is stuck into the back of the net there by Isco. He's broken City hearts, thankfully. Come on, my son, get in there. And Isco makes it 1-0 for Real Madrid. Let's update the score there. It was just sloppy defending by City. You could see it. The ball is coming from the left-hand side. Nobody's marking Isco. He's in an absolute acre of space waiting for it in the area. The ball comes into him, finds him, and he does slot it away there. So it's now 1-0 to Real Madrid on the night here at home at the Bernabeu. 1-0 Isco. So down the left, is it Vinicius down the left? No, it's not. Modric wins it back, and it is Vinicius Jr. Great play by Vinicius Jr. Look at that. He wins it back. He wins it back from Otamendi. He gets it back off of Otamendi, and then he just puts it straight over, squares it over into the area where Isco is waiting for it, and Isco just takes one touch, controls it, and then slots it past Ederson, who judges the wrong way, and it's a textbook goal there for Real Madrid, who do make it 1-0. So there you go, after a good bit of play by City, and maybe dominating the second half here, I guess you would say, it's Isco and Real Madrid who make the breakthrough and take the 1-0 lead. A la Madrid, get in there. And maybe I should be supporting the English team, but this is City we're talking about. It's the cheating scum. Legends. Yeah, I love doing these streams. Thank you very much for tuning into these streams. Whenever you're around, whenever I'm around, please do come in here and say hello in the streams. My commentary's 5 minutes late, is it, Stefan? That's a nightmare. Let's have a look, see if maybe my thing's gone a little bit behind. Let me see if I can just go out of it and come back into it. Watch now. Real Madrid v Man City. And hopefully it should play live then. But we're 61 minutes, 9 seconds in. 61 minutes, 11 seconds in. SM Vizard says English teams doing gash in the Champions League this season. Absolutely le gash-tastique, mate. To be fair, except that's the French teams that are doing gash, not the English teams. You're right. Gash is the word I would use as well. Really not up to the standard, to be fair. Chelsea got smashed up last night against Bayern. Liverpool got beaten against Atletico the other day. They may well turn around that deficit, though. City losing here to Real Madrid. Yeah, I mean, it's been a difficult season for Tottenham Hotspur as well. Been a difficult season for English clubs, to be fair. I think there's a lot of English clubs in transition. We sort of touched on this earlier in the Pig and the Hen show. But there's a lot of English teams that are building at the moment. Man United are nowhere near. United, Arsenal, these teams, they're nowhere near. They're in the Europa League. They're nowhere near at the moment. It's only really City and Liverpool that can even really tussle with these top European sides at the moment. So, yeah, I do think that even Chelsea, Chelsea have had their transfer ban. They lost their best player. They're rebuilding. They've got a new young manager. Same with United. It's like a lot of the classic English teams are just not up to their best at the moment, Apart from Liverpool, who could beat any of them on their day, absolutely, and City, of course, who could do that too. It's like, I think that the top sides in Spain, the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, even the PSGs, the Bayern Munichs, the Dortmunds, these teams, they're all going to do well against English teams at the moment who are not City and Liverpool. That's how I feel about it. I mean, look at that Leipzig Spurs game. Come on. I mean, English teams are just not that good this year. It goes in little cycles, and apart from Liverpool, City, that's how I feel about it. Chance for City then. Mendy down the left. De Bruyne on the ball. Always dangerous when Kevin De Bruyne is on the ball. It's a great talent, of course, and it's a really dodgy touch there by Gundogan, who's given the ball away. And Benzema tries to chase down a ball that's been played in behind, but it's good defending there. And it is passed all the way back to Ederson here for City. Fernandinho, good play from him. Sanjeev Kumar, thank you very much, Sanjeev, for getting in here and giving us an update. Says Lyon are still winning 1-0. Thank you very, very much. Victor Chan comments, none of the English teams in the Champions League have scored in the knockout stages this season. Crikey, is that true? That's mad, isn't it? Wow, I mean, that's bloody awful. That tells you everything. Here comes City, though, and they're going to change that. De Bruyne, the shot's blocked. I didn't want them to, anyway. Wallace Montcroy Stewart says, if you had to choose, who would you have at United, Haaland or Greenwood? Who would you rather have at United, Haaland or Greenwood, and why? Oh, Greenwood. 100% Greenwood. You know why? Because he's local, he's come through, he is Manchester United now. Fair play. Haaland didn't choose United, I don't want him. He had the opportunity, he could have come if, him and his agent and all this were just a little bit too difficult to deal with. Haaland's obviously going to be one of the best talents in world football. You can see that. 19, already smashing in, 14 and 11 for Dortmund. Multiple goals in the Champions League. Insane stats he's been putting up there for a young lad who's just burst on the scene. But out of the two, honestly, look, Greenwood's younger as well, but some people may sound ridiculous for saying that because the goals, I mean, Haaland scored more goals for Dortmund than Greenwood has in his entire senior career for United. So some people may say that's stupid, but I disagree. I think Greenwood is a pure United player, I really do think Greenwood's just it. So I'm going for Greenwood. Maybe it's biased. Maybe I'm biased because he's already here. He is a United player, but Haaland, he could have chose United and he didn't, so that makes me think we don't want that guy anyway. He doesn't want to be a part of the furniture here at United. Screw that guy. Thank you very much for your question. Difficult question because Haaland's a great talent, but Greenwood's just more of a United player, I think. Super chat from JP with a little star. Thank you so much, JP, man. You absolute legend. Thanks for getting in here and supporting. He's also spammed some Phil Jones emojis. He loves him. He loves Phil Jones. Thank you very much. Wallace Montcroy Stewart says, good answer. It's absolutely the right answer, yeah. Because JP says Haaland snubbed us. So there you go. I mean, he's going to be great. Matt Rush says Haaland turned us down. There you go. You can't be selecting or choosing somebody that has turned us down and decided to sign for Dortmund instead of United. He's had a mare there. Plus, he did have that Ole Gunnar connection, that Norwegian connection. It was a good opportunity for him. He's turned it down. But in the end, you can't really blame him either because he's getting I thought he was going to play a little bit more of a bit part role at Dortmund. But since he's gone in there, it's like he's the main man. They're choosing him. They're playing him. He's scoring the goals. I mean, how can you not when he's scoring the goals? Keep selecting him, but they do, and it is quite a player they've got on their hands there. I think he's definitely going to be one of the world's best players in the future, which is a shame that United missed out on him. But good luck to him. Good riddance. We didn't want him anyway if he don't want to play for United. Simple as that. JP says Lingard or Haaland. Well, no, it's got to be Lingard again because he's mank, because he's, no, obviously I'm joking. Obviously, forget what I just said about the whole Mason Haaland thing. If you compare those two players, definitely Haaland. Isco taking the ball forward for Real here. Vinicius Jr. down the left. Oh no, it's Mendy, sorry. Ball whipped over the top there. Benzema tries to control it. It's just about kept in there. Isco on the ball, given away there. Good bit of defending there by City, and they hoof it up the pitch and get it clear. 67 minutes, 6 seconds gone, and City are going to have to start taking the game to Real. They're going to have to capitalise on an opportunity when they get it, otherwise they are going to lose this game here. Spike Blighty says Greenwood hits the ball true. No scuffers, an English RVP. Hey, it's crazy actually. More often than not, he gets his shot on target. More often than not, it's a sweet connection. So I 100% agree with you that. He's just got some great technique, great Greenwood, and intelligent. I mean, just look at that goal he scored the other day against Watford. He's received it in his own half. He's seen the space behind the midfield. He's driven. He's got in behind. He's played the little ball to Bruno down the right, who's in space. He's driven forward into the space. He's still in front of the defence at this time. He's in between the midfield and the defence. He's waiting in that space. He gets the ball back. Bruno cuts in, gives him the ball back. He shuffles it over to his left side and smashes it in the roof of the net. I mean, it was a very accomplished goal. And he is only 18, and he's only going to get better. And he's got great technique, great vision, great intelligence on the ball. You can see that already. It's not just about striking and finishing ability of Greenwood. That's what I like. It's like he's got good all-round attacking play. That's what I really like about him. So, yeah, I think he's brilliant. But I think Haaland is going to go on and be a sensational world player. Rachel Manchester says Haaland is a steal for Dortmund. Absolutely bargain. Like, we could have really done with him, to be fair. It's just a shame that it fell down on that whole deal with the agent and maybe there being a potential sell-on clause and stuff like that. Gary Wells says Pep loves a good spit, doesn't he? He was spitting well and then the goal went in. Fair play. I've never really noticed that, to be fair, that he's spitting on the sidelines there, but fair play to him, mate. Probably comes from, when he has to shine that bald head to keep it nice and shiny to put off the opposition goalie with the floodlight shining off of it. That makes a lot of sense. Yo, Lee Davies, how you doing? Says Yo Pig, how you doing? I'm great, thanks, Lee. Thanks very much for stopping by here, mate. Just watching City get beaten by Real at the moment. There's 20 minutes left, 1-0. Ball comes in for Real, headed away by City here. Let me also read out this comment here from Jarvis Cocker, who says Haaland is playing it safe, and to be fair, he did the sensible thing. The step from Austria to Premier League is a giant step. You bang right there. Plus, the pressure at United is massive. Also, at Dortmund, it's like they have Champions League football. They are challenging over there in the German League. It is the top of the German football tier. And I think if we're looking at what's happening in the Champions League and the English League and how German teams are doing, it's like, they're just as good as anyone anyway. So it's not a bad choice going to Dortmund. Any Dortmund fans who I'm sure are not tuning in, but any Dortmund fans wouldn't want to offend them by saying, he should have chosen United over Dortmund, because at this moment in time, Dortmund is challenging for more things, sadly. United's a way bigger club than Dortmund historically, but they're challenging, and we're not up there because we're not in that league. If we were in that league, we'd be good enough to be challenging the Champions League. I'm sure it's not quite as good, but they still, I think, Leipzig, Bayern, Dortmund, Leverkusen, these teams, they prove, that it is a very strong league at the moment. Yeah, nice one. Spike Blighty, German league isn't very good. The defending from the lower teams is of a poor standard. Oh, hang on a second. A chance for Benzema here. Benzema across the 6-yard box. Is he waiting for it? No, it's played away. Oh, dear. And, I don't know. I think that, the lower you get down the leagues, but the same could be said for, Brighton and Aston Villa and teams like this or whoever. Norwich, I think the top 5 or the top 6, top 7, whatever, teams in Germany at this moment in time are just as good as the top 6 or 7 in England. And I would not have said that a couple of years ago, honestly wouldn't. Even though Bayern and Dortmund's teams were arguably better then, with the likes of Robben and Ribéry and stuff like this. Oh, a chance for Sergio Ramos. He spooned it over the bar. And that's another one for the scrapbook for Sergio Ramos, where the ball is shooting towards the moon. Check out for that one by Jupiter, lads and lasses, with your telescopes, because Sergio Ramos is a proud owner of an absolute shithouse. To be fair, it was the deflection. The deflection's taken it over the crossbar. It was about 2 meters above the crossbar. It wasn't even that bad. It's not like that penalty that time he struck out of the stadium. I think the Germany's good is the point I'm making. A couple of years ago, I'd have said, yeah, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, you know, with Tottenham, you challenge anybody. But these days, I think Tottenham are in a transitional period, Chelsea are in a transitional period, Man United, Arsenal, they're all in transitional periods, and they would probably lose on their day, average, you know, over an average of, if you played them 10 times, to the likes of Bayern at the moment, to the likes of Barca, Real Madrid, they probably would. So, that's my take on it anyway. Oh, hang on. The chat's gone funny here. Mark Sin, thank you very much, Mark Sin, man. You're a bloody hero. He says, Mark Sin supporting the pig to do this full time. Mark Sin, lad, thank you so much for that, mate, for getting in here with your super chat and sending in a cheeky little donation to the pig's cause here. Do you know what I mean? What I would say, and, you know, most people who receiving money wouldn't say this at all, but there is actually probably people in the world that need it more than me. So maybe have a look at your, maybe have a look at your freaking outlook. No, thank you very much, though, Mark Sin. You're a top man. The Quizmaster, the Cineman, legend of the channel. Thank you so much for getting in there and doing that, man. Hero. Cowlan Conway. How are you doing, Cowlan? I'm not sure if I've heard from you, Cowlan, before. Am I pronouncing that right? Cowlan Conway says, Pig, of all of our mares, who was your favourite? The Ginger Goblin, Louis Van Gache, or Maureen? Love the Ginger Goblin nickname. Laughed my ass off. Who was my favourite of all the Gashes? Do you know what? It's got to be Louis Van Gaal. He was great entertainment, to be fair. Even though he was shite and everything, and the style of football was drab, and we didn't even win anything apart from the FA Cup, it was a bit shit. Come on, he was a character, weren't he? I liked my players to be horny. I liked him to be horny. You know, he was a freaking little weird guy, wasn't he? And also, that whole, you know, when he fell down on the ground. It's like, he's a character, man, at press conferences. My name is Louis Van Gaal. And this is my philosophy. This is the style of football that we play. And I like my players to be horny. That's probably what I'd say, Callan. I don't know. It's a tough one. Definitely not Moyes. Like, I love calling him the Ginger Goblin stuff, but I just didn't like Moyes. Sorry. I know I'm all like, oh, give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer time and stuff now, but literally after 6 months of the job, I was like, get this Ginger twat out. I was really not feeling the whole David Moyes thing at United. Call me a fickle fan, but I just didn't feel it. Whereas with Ole Gunnar, I know maybe it's to do with the previous. It is obviously to do with his previous playing career, but yeah. Oh dear. Nice one. Thank you, G Wolf United, mate. Says, Pig, you're a legend with your commentary and reading out our comments and taking your time out to do these watch-alongs. I hope you'll be able to do this full-time. Thank you, mate. That means a lot to me, man. It really does. I'd love to be able to do it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, keep supporting the show just by tuning in and watching it and sharing it. That's the best thing you could do. Like, it's great, obviously, receiving donations and all that. But the best thing you guys can do, in all honesty, is just sharing these videos around, because it has, like, a ripple effect and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to help out, just give it a share to Twitter, give it a share on Facebook, give it a share wherever, and that way you'll get a couple of your friends or friends of friends or whoever to see it too, and you never know, we might be able to grow the channel a little bit. So yeah, please do that sort of stuff, it's awesome. I just want to also shout out Eddie Benson, E. Benson, for also sending over a donation here on PayPal. So thank you very much to Ed Benson. Are you tuned in on the live chat? I've never heard it. Make yourself known, Eddie Benson, because I want to say thank you. But anyway, thank you to Eddie Benson. Shout out for supporting the channel as well. Legends. Anyway, let's get back to this game. So there's only 15 minutes left. Vinicius Jr. on the ball for Real. City give the ball away. Chance for Real Madrid at the end. His shot on goal. Edison makes the stop there. It's Gareth Bale who's now come on the pitch. Gareth Bale sporting his long man bun there or whatever. I can't talk. I've got the same monstrosity underneath my freaking do, to be fair. But yeah, when you see people with man buns, like I'm looking at Ronaldo now with the man bun at Juventus as well. I'm thinking, mate, what are you doing? It's yeah, I've got the same sort of shit on the go. Like, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Ronaldo, mate, you're 34. What the fuck are you doing with that? Same with Gareth Bale. But they just don't give a shit. It's just like I don't give a shit either. Do you know what I mean? It's always like I don't give a shit haircut. It's almost like one of those. Isco on the ball then for Real Madrid. 76 minutes, 11 seconds gone. Matt Rush is on his tablet. No, his phone's died. Well, at least you're able to get over with your secondary device. That's the important thing, you see. Like I said, Rudd had to leave the stream so he could watch the game. Schoolboy error. You need the secondary device. Mark Sin says, I do PayPal, but my account has been banned. Crikey, Mark Sin, what have you been buying on PayPal, lad? Okay, what do they ban you for on PayPal if it's not like fraudulent activity? I don't know. What have you been buying, Sunshine? Oh, dear. Jarvis says, Pig, your thoughts on reports that we are looking to finish up the Grealish deal before the summer because of the Euros? I think there's probably some legs behind that. Because if I was in charge of United, that's exactly what I'd be trying to do. Get it wrapped up before the Euros for sure. We don't need any messing around. We don't need to take our time. We don't need for, anything to happen at the Euros or allow any other time for other teams to get in there. Oh, it's a goal for Manchester City! The equalizer comes in the 77th minute. Shocking bit of defending. It's Gabriel Jesus who gets it into the back of the net there to get the away goal here. Check it out. Man City back in the game. 77 minutes, 30 gone. So let's have a look and see what happened here. It looks like very sloppy defending. Kevin De Bruyne, who else? Over in a wide position, cuts it back inside with the right boot, gets his head up, whips a perfect ball in. Sergio Ramos is underneath it, jumping up in the air, and he just does not deal with it at all. He's moving backwards, he's slightly wrong-footed. Gabriel Jesus makes a much better judgment of the ball coming in, and it just goes over the head of Sergio Ramos where he fails to connect with it, and Gabriel Jesus just waiting for it. He just nods it home. Simple goal there for Man City, and Pep Guardiola gives it the old double fish shake on the sidelines, and he is bloody happy, and why not? Because they've got themselves a massive goal here. Who's got the shiniest head now, Zinedine? I think Zinedine has. Look at this header. So Sergio Ramos is beaten here by Jesus. Jesus, it's a good header down. Bearing in mind, he's got a very fractional second, really, to react to that, because he's got to go in hoping that Sergio Ramos doesn't connect, but Sergio Ramos doesn't connect, and then he's just sort of got to adjust to get it in there, and he does a great job of that. So, yeah, after a bit of a ropey game in terms of finishing by Jesus in this game, he's just walked on water and turned freaking water into wine for City at the end of the game here. And Gabriel Jesus is the goal scorer on the score sheet today for City. Fair play. There's no Aguero starting the game. He's on the bench. Gabriel Jesus the man, and he has scored. And there he is walking on water. Look at that. The ball comes in, and he gets it in there. Mark Sin says, we're just people too, JP. I still get grief by traffic wardens. Fair play. What did JP say? He said, I didn't know police get banned from PayPal. Oh, right, yeah. Fair play. I'm not so sure if police are just people, really, aren't you, Mark Sin? Aren't you just animals? No, I'm joking. Fair play, you know. It's a necessary evil. No, I'm joking. It's actually a great job, to be fair. Like, really fantastic thing that they do for society. Just not traffic cops. Oh, dear. But certainly, like, detectives and fraud squad, and you know, there's so many different facets of a police organisation. You know, forensics and all these things. These are all very, very important, very, very great jobs. But you know, fining somebody for parking on stopping on a double yellow for a second or whatever, do one. Oh, it's just another way to tax the public in my eyes. It really is. It's like near me the other day, it was in the paper, they had a police car outside a Chinese takeaway, a popular Chinese takeaway, and there's a few parking spaces there. But what do you do when all the parking spaces are temporarily taken at this place and you're collecting your dinner? You just pull up at the side of the road for a second and you go in and you grab it and then you go out and then you're on your way. Now, the argument is you could cause an accident by doing that. Well, if you're talking about very slow, sleepy little towny roads here, right? And yet they're all getting done, £100 fine, three points on the licence for, You know, it's just like, is that really necessary? Can we not spend our time with the police doing better things than that? Anyway, run over. Stevens Evans says, Pig, did you try the argan oil to reduce the frizz? It's also a great lube. Stevens Evans, mate. Well, I didn't try it for the frizz, but I did it for something else, Dan. No, in all honesty, I haven't tried it yet, but I will do. Thank you very much for the tip and the shout out on that one. Yeah, man. Yeah, I will. Oh, it's a penalty to City, is it? Oh my days! And at the end of the game, 81 minutes, 12 seconds gone. Real Madrid have just gifted a penalty to Manchester City here. Late drama here at the Bernabeu. Zinedine Zidane is chewing on that gum quicker than ever now. He's not a happy bunny at all. Let's see what happened then. De Bruyne plays out to the left. Raheem Sterling takes it inside, and it's a definite penalty. It's an absolute penalty. Is it Carvajal? Yep, Danny Carvajal siving Raheem Sterling down to the ground. Raheem beats him. Maybe Raheem sort of looks to go into Carvajal, you know, there. You know, like how they sort of simulate he goes in that direction. I think Raheem's dived. I actually think Raheem's dived. Even though there's contact. He's like gone into him there. But it is a City penalty. But he's gone down so softly there. Anyway, Madrid are melted. And City are about to possibly make it 2-1. Kevin De Bruyne has got to try and score the penalty against the Belgian goalkeeper Gary Neville in the sticks there. Thibaut Courtois. Come on then, Thibaut. Go on, Teebs. Go on, TB. Kevin De Bruyne getting very red in the face. Hopefully he's knackered. De Bruyne with a shot. Oh, and it's bottom left and it's in there. And City have made it 2-1. City have made it 2-1. And I've just realised I never updated the score when they equalised. It's actually now 2-1 to City. Bloody hell. And Kevin De Bruyne makes it 2-1 to City. City scoring 2 late goals here. And Real Madrid absolutely distraught at the moment. Shocking bit of defending that by Carvajal, though. I mean, Raheem Sterling's pretty much going nowhere. He doesn't have to slide in so rashly there. It's a good penalty in the end. Courtois' wrong foot goes the other way. De Bruyne, it's low, it's hard, it's down into the left hand side of the goal. Very hard penalty to save there. Richard James says it's a penalty all day long. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you look at the moment of where the challenge comes in, Raheem sort of goes into, sort of falls on Carvajal's leg a little bit. Now, I can understand what you're saying. I mean, it's one of those ones I've seen it given either way, but either way, it was given. It's a penalty, and they converted it, and it's now 2-1 to City. Yeah, sorry, by the way, to whoever was... Hang on, I've lost your name. Someone was asking about the score here. It's now 2-1 to City. Yeah, sorry, I updated it on my thing. Modric has just come off. Lucas Vazquez has come on as a late substitute here. 83 minutes, 39 seconds gone then. And Man City, 2-1. At least I guess they're representing the English teams, you know. You've got to look at it a positive way. They're representing the English teams in Europe because no other English team is bloody doing anything in Europe at the moment this season. But they're actually winning against Real Madrid here. Crazy. That's it. That's football. It can all just change in the blink of an eye. Sorry, Dan, just had to send a little cheeky message there. That's me just sitting there. Sorry about that. Richard James, yeah, maybe. A lot of people do agree with you. Some people disagree with you. Jarvis Cocker says Leeds United in second place after beating Middlesbrough 1-0. Do you welcome the dirty Leeds back to the Premier League? Wow. I mean, they're doing good stuff down there, aren't they? Bielsa and all that, playing some good stuff. Look, I don't want Leeds in the Premier League. They're dirty, man. I'm sorry. Like, if you're talking about fans and fan bases and stuff like that, like, Leeds fans are pretty scummy, man. Sorry to any Leeds supporters tuning in, but they are. I mean, to me, it's like, oh, hang on a sec. It's another opportunity for Jesus. It should be a red card and another penalty. Jesus was through on goal, one-on-one with Courtois. He's clean through. He's about to pull the trigger, and he's just been absolutely side down. It's straight red. Straight red for Sergio Ramos. A very familiar sight. Sergio Ramos getting the red card and the sending off there. Look at him. He's distraught. He gets sent off a lot, this lad. You know why? Because he's rash, he's reckless, and he's got shit hair. It's actually a decent hair. But either way, he's got a red card. He's off. And it was a ridiculous challenge to make there. I mean, of course, Jesus is through on goal there, but he's completely taken him out just on the edge of the area. Now, let's see if this is another free kick. It's awful play by Real. This is a shit Real Madrid team, though, to be fair. Like, the way they're just gifting opportunities to City at the end. And Ramos just comes in, he pulls Jesus back. He didn't have to touch him at all. That's the thing. Like, it's so light. Like, Gabriel Jesus has literally gone down like a sack of shit as soon as he's felt anything from Sergio Ramos. But do you know what? There's really not that much in that at all. But he has. It's because he's touched him and he's pulled him back even a little bit. That has given him the straight red and conceded the penalty. And they're hoping, the Real Madrid fans here are hoping that Thibaut Courtois can stop this. Otherwise, it could be tie over already. You know, with City having the 3 goals here. Sorry, it's not a penalty. It's just outside the edge of the area, so it's a free kick. So lucky that it wasn't just in the edge of the area there and was a penalty. Gundogan Mahrez. Shot then by Mahrez. It's trickled through the Real Madrid wall, but Courtois is wise to it. And he does manage to make the stop. Edison then tries to get City away. Big D thinks Real are done. Zulkifar Ali thinks Real are out of the Champions League. Mark my words. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Yeah, Rachel says Real well out of it. I think they are out of it here, to be fair. I mean, 2-1 down. Sergio Ramos not available next time. Wouldn't it suck if City won the Champions League this season, though? Because obviously they're going to have a 2-year ban. Like, that's the worst thing possible if Man City win the Champions League the season just before they get the ban. Because that's the one thing Pep and City haven't won. You know, they won the Premier League, they won the FA Cups and all this stuff, but they ain't won the freaking Champions League. And if they do win the Champions League, that would be absolutely shit, even if they got the ban. It kind of makes a mockery of the whole financial fair play banning thing. It's like, if you're still allowed to win the Champions League and claim the Champions League and have it in your history books, but you just get a 2-year ban from the Champions League, then should you even really be allowed to compete in the Champions League this season? Should it even count? I don't know. I mean, I think it's messed up. Adil Abid says, Pig, I support Man United, but I want City to win the Champions League rather than Liverpool. Well, rather than Liverpool, I guess I guess you'd have to say rather than Liverpool, yeah, you would want them to win the Champions League. But ideally, you know, it's not Liverpool. As bad as it is to say this as an English person, you guys know what I mean. Like, ideally, it wouldn't be either of those teams. Ideally, you know, if an English team was going to win it, I hope it's Tottenham Hotspur, in all honesty, because I just hate them less than City and Liverpool. So I hope it's Tottenham Hotspur who win it. But yeah, chances are it's not going to be an English team this year, but we'll see. We'll see. Mikey says, I wouldn't rule them out just yet. Wise words from Mikey there. This is Real Madrid we're talking about here. But they do have to go, you know, it's a different animal going away. And if you're losing your big man, captain, or whatever, Sergio Ramos, big influence at the back there. Connor Watt says, it would be kind of funny if City won the Champions League. Big FU to UEFA. Yeah, it really would be, wouldn't it? If they won it after getting this ban and everything, it's like, it sort of undermines the entire ban, yeah. It's like, yeah, fair enough, we're banned from the Champions League for 2 years, but we've just won it, so we'll be alright, that's all we wanted to do anyway. Yeah. G Wolf says, Pig, as City are banned for 2 years in Champions League and United finish 5th, do we get Champions League? Yes, we do. This season, if we finish 5th, then the top 5 places get Champions League football as long as City are a part of that, which they will be. So he skips City out, and then it goes to the 5th place side. So there is an extra spot up for grabs this season to qualify for next year's Champions League, or so far as I'm led to believe anyway. SM Vizard says, City's players would be more likely to stay if they were to win it this season. And I think that's a very fair point to make as well. If they were to win it this season, it's one of those things that people like Aguero, people like De Bruyne are desperate to win. And if they had won it with City, then they might just stay for the next 2 years. A very valid point. Because those are the sorts of guys, at this stage of their career, they might go to look somewhere else and play somewhere else to challenge for things like that because they're so desperate to win it and add it to their achievements before they retire from the game, which is closing in on a couple of these players. Raheem Sterling down the right. Could he put the final nail in the coffin? He nearly does put the final nail in the coffin there, but the shot is too close to Courtois, and Courtois makes the save comfortably in the end there. But Raheem's looked good since coming on, to be fair. Caused problems. Won the penalty, of course. And he's a player that has recently said that he'd love to play for Real Madrid. We'll see. I mean, if City win it, that's what I mean. It's a very good point. Like, it makes a massive difference for players leaving. JP thinks Dortmund. Rachel thinks Dortmund. Yeah, I think Borussia Dortmund really are looking great at the moment. You know, and if you look at just what they're doing, the likes of Sancho, Haaland, who's just come in there, they're looking very, very good. They're causing upsets, and they're a surprising outfit. They just look like a really good team. So, yeah, they're definitely in with a shout. I think the Germans are the favourite this year. I do, you know, Bayern or maybe Dortmund. We'll see. And Madrid really desperately need to try and get something at the end of this game here. Mendy on the ball then for Real Madrid. Casemiro tries to play it out to the right-hand side where he does. The ball's going to come in. There's some white shirts in there. They're looking to score at the end here. And it's a chance for Vinicius, is it? Oh, my days. It was Mendy, actually. He was coming there. And it is wide at the end of the game here for Real Madrid. Hey, lads and lasses, we're almost coming to the end of the game here. It's been a very interesting game in the end. The second half, back and forth, as you, I guess, because obviously Real Madrid had that 1-goal lead. City have clawed their way back into it, the great spell. And then after that, sort of Real Madrid sort of crumbled, really. You know, they gave away that penalty, Carvajal chopping Raheem Sterling down. Silly challenge, unnecessary challenge, I guess. Gave away the penalty. And also that poor defending by Sergio Ramos to get beaten to it by Gabriel Jesus for that goal. I mean, he could have done a lot better there, to be fair. I guess he was wrong-footed moving backwards. But he could have done a lot better defensively than how he did. And that obviously did lead to them scoring that second goal, Gabriel Jesus converting it. And then you saw Sergio Ramos lose his head and bring down a City player just on the edge of the area to get sent off and obviously miss the next tie, and it's a nightmare situation for Real Madrid and Sergio Ramos. That's it. The full-time whistle has gone, lads and lasses. 90 minutes of football are up. Manchester City. I wish it was United, to be fair. Piss poor. Financial fair play mockery. But Manchester City, away from home, at the Bernabeu. They've beaten Real Madrid 2-1 on the night here. Sergio Ramos getting sent off. Real Madrid ending the evening with a man down. Not a good evening for them. Not a good performance by them at all, to be fair. Has to be said. Bang average. Ropey at the back. Defensive errors galore. Really not that good, you know. Benzema, frustrating evening for him as well because, you know, he looked sharp up there a couple of times. He didn't really get that much service. One fantastic header from him was saved by Edison in the first half. It's just one of those nights for Real Madrid. City, I guess, overall the better team. Let's have a look at the stats then, and the stats don't lie. They do tell you that City looked very comfortable away from home here. Bearing in mind that the status of the game, where it is and everything, they've done a good job there, you have to say it. And I hate to say that, but they've done well tonight. So they bloody should with their bloody financial fair play mockery. 49% possession to Real Madrid then, 51% to Man City. Real Madrid have finished the game with 9 shots. Man City have finished the game with 16 shots. Real Madrid have had 3 shots on target. Man City have had 8 shots on target. 16 shots, 8 on target versus 9 shots, 3 on target. You know, you can sort of see why they did have the end result, because they have beaten them in terms of stats. They've had 4 corners to Real Madrid's 1. It doesn't tell you everything. Stats don't mean everything. There's only one really important stat, and that is the score. But if you look at the score, it is indeed 2-1 to Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus and a Kevin De Bruyne penalty. Right, there we go. That's the end of the watch-along pretty much, lads and lasses. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you so much for tuning into the live Pig and the Hen show earlier today. If you're tuning into this and you didn't tune into the Pig and the Hen podcast earlier, then go back and listen to that after this is finished, because, you know, we had a good old two and a half hour, maybe more, debate. We had Mark Sin's question of sin questions. We had the Melter of the Moment, where we chose our Melter of the Moment, and the Nutbag of Note, and Henspiracy Hour, or Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or whatever you want to call it. So anybody who's just stumbled across this channel is like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, by the way? But there you go. Please do us a favour before you leave this stream. Smash a little cheeky like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Let's see if we can smash 24,000 subscribers by tomorrow. That's only going to happen if you hit that subscribe button. And also if you tell your friends and give this a share and all that good stuff. And come back tomorrow for the Club Brugge Manchester United watch along and the post-match reaction and all that stuff. Just want to read this out from Jarvis Cocker. Jarvis Cocker, thank you so much, mate, for getting in here at the end with your super chat. He simply said, a couple of pounds to your piggy bank. Thanks for the great content, Mark. Keep up the excellent work. Absolute legend. Mark? What are you calling me Mark for, mate? I think is he talking about Mark Sin? I don't know what's going on there, but either way, you know, thank you very much for that. It's funny, actually, this lad called Bjorn on Twitter thought my name was Mark, and he thought I was Mark Goldbridge or something, which is a bit annoying. But either way, he got me mixed up with Mark Goldbridge. Nobody wants that. Not even Erling Braut Haaland. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Jarvis Cocker. Much appreciated. Top man. Also, shout out at the end here to, I don't know if I've already read this one out, but Eddie Benson, who sent one over. E. Benson. Oh, shit, I shouldn't read people's full names out, should I? Bollocks! E. Benson sent one over on PayPal. And also, I want to say, what's this one here? Oh, yeah. And hang on. And also from Green Star Limited. Green Star Limited, whoever you are, let me know in the live chat here, because I don't know who you are, Green Star Limited, but I want to read out the comments that came with these. Edward Benson. Oh, bollocks! I shouldn't have said that. But either way, he didn't say anything. He just he just put a donation in, and then Green Star Limited. Also, I don't think they put a I don't think they put a message in either. But either way, shout out to you people. You're a bunch of bloody legends. Thank you so much for getting in here, everybody. Really appreciate you all for stopping by. Manchester City just had a little bit too much for Real Madrid in that second half. And Real were ropey at the back, defensively woeful. They're just not the same team they were a few years ago, you know. Bale coming off the bench. Why is Bale not starting, by the way? Okay, maybe I don't watch enough Spanish football, but surely Bale's one of the best bloody players they've got, no? Why is he not starting these games? That's crazy to me. Like, we'll have Gareth Bale, even if he is an injury-prone little melter. Alex Rudd says, pig ignoring my comment. That hurts me, Rudd. I would never ignore your comment. What comment have I ignored? Oh, okay, sorry. I've just seen it there. I do miss some Alex Rudd. You have to forgive me. He says, first English team to win thus far. Fair play to Alex Rudd. Yeah, it has to be said. Man City, credit to them. First English team, obviously. Tottenham got beat by Leipzig. Chelsea got battered by Bayern. Liverpool got outclassed, you know, well, maybe not outclassed, but defended off the park and beaten against Atletico Madrid. So you're absolutely spot on there, Rudd. You know, Man City, the only English team to win so far. So credit where credit's due. And arguably with the toughest fixture as well. I mean, I know that Atletico Madrid game as well, but if you look at where Real are in the La Liga and the fact that they're just such a huge team with great players and a great manager, or supposedly great manager who's done great things with that very team, you would think it'd be a very tough night at the office for City, but they've gone there in the end. You know, the second leg tie is looking great because Sergio Ramos isn't going to be featuring, suspended after getting that rash red card at the end of the game. So yeah, Alex Rudd, credit where credit's due, mate. Like, they've done the business there. They've won. They've got the job done against a really good Real Madrid team. So fair play. It's heartbreaking. Nice one. Is there another one I missed out? I did respond to that one. I'm getting confused. Anyway, lads and lasses, I think we're going to wrap this video up now. But I want to say once again, you know, great watch along, great show, great live chat, great interaction and input from you all getting in here. You know who you are. I want to just give a bunch of shout outs at the end. But, you know, if I forget to shout you out at the end, I don't mean to. I want to shout you out, trust me. Matt Rush, Martin Logan, Adil Abid, SM Vizard, The Cop 94, Alex Rudd, Gaz Newton, Jarvis Cocker, JP, Adil Abid, Gunshi, of course, Gunshi, man. What a bloody legend of the channel. Matt Rush, one of the bloody legends of the channel also. You're all legends of every single one of them are legends of the channel. It's hard to come across one that's not. iPoddy24. How you doing? G-Wolf United. Who else have I not mentioned? Anyway, I try to mention you all, but I've obviously failed to succeed there. Rachel Manchester, Clam J, Mr. JG84, Sanjeev Kumar, Mark Sin, the Cinnamon. all you legends. Mikey getting in at the end here. Shout out to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in on the watch along tonight. Do us a favour before you go, smack a little like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, let's see if we can smash 24,000 subscribers by tomorrow for the game. Please do help us out. Also, if you want to give this a share on social media, or my videos a share on social media, that's probably the best way that you can help out this channel, is to just try and get the word out there and try and disperse the videos throughout the internet world. Anyway, but honestly, appreciate all of you for tuning in. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch along with me and enriching the live chat. Bunch of bloody legends. Shout out to Carol Kowalski at the end here, getting in here. Shout out Zach E. Shout out to you, Zach E. Says, I need a Miss Piggy. Fair play to you, Zach E. I don't blame you, sunshine. Good night to you all. Have a great one. I'll see you very, very soon on Flying Pig United. Tomorrow, in fact, because it's Manchester United versus Club Brugge in the second leg. The Europa League tie. We've got to win. We've got to progress. We've got that away goal. Let's see if that will be enough. Hopefully, it will be a dominant display at home for United. We should have some well-rested players as well, because that's why we played bloody Jesse Lingard and stuff last time around. So tune in for that. That's tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be getting going about 10 to 8 tomorrow night on the channel. But also, I may do a little preview of the game on the channel in the daytime, but there's no promises on that one. Anyway, stay classy. Thank you very, very much. Subar Budoinio, thank you very much for getting in here too. Shout out to you. And yeah, I agree with your comments. It's good Man City. Man City just a little bit too good tonight in that second half for Real Madrid. Real Madrid very poor at the back. I thought Sergio Ramos in general, for somebody who's such a great player and such a good leader and everything for them, I thought he had a bit of a shithouse performance, to be fair. He was possibly at fault for Jesus' goal. In fact, he was at fault, because on another day he wouldn't have wrong-footed himself. His movement would have been a bit better, and he would have made that aerial challenge and headed it away, but he just judged it wrong, and Jesus judged it rightly. And he turned water into wine, and he smacked in the back of the net there. So fair play to Jesus, fair play to City. Sergio Ramos then got himself sent off with a reckless, rash challenge at the end. Piss poor it was, and he's given away a free kick. They could have ended the game 3-1 actually, so in a way they're lucky. They're still in it, I guess, but you've got to favour City at the empty hand in the return leg. Anyway, see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay classy. Have a great evening. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Bloody legends, and see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Take it easy. Oh, here it goes. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody who's still here. These are the Patreon credits to all the legends that support the channel on Patreon. There's a link in the description. It's all free to watch this channel, but anybody that wants to help and support, you can do. Also, there is a link in the description for my merch store, which I don't know if any of you are aware of. We've got a Gashtastic t-shirt now, but you have to click on the merch store because the preview, for some reason, still hasn't updated. YouTube having a mare there. But thank you so much to you all you Patreon legends here, and also Tier 2 channel members are added to this list also, like Mark Dolman, for instance, and Red Devil United 77. Bunch of legends. You stay classy. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Matt Rush, Gung Shi, Steven Seven, JP, Carol Kowalski, Suba, G-Wolf JP, I don't know who else have I missed out, but you have yourself a bloody good one. This is the big. Take it easy.